What up? Hold on. I got looking for this thing from my phone. Like you keep moving and shit. I ain't gonna be on here too long. I just want to address this shit. Oh,
What's up?
what up?
What are you doing today?
He said I add to the block list. Yeah, bro. He blocked the shit out of me.
What's going on?
What up?
What are we talking about?
This dude, I was exposing his false information.
Yeah.
I thought we was just having a friendly back and forth on
Hell no.
TikTok, but I guess he taking it personal.
What was he? What kind of false information was he spreading?
Oh, go to his page. The Earth Speaks.
All
Just
right.
look. It's all one word. The Earth Speaks. Just look at his information.
Yeah.
He tried to
Well,
say the Nubian archers were Greek.
oh,
He tried to
yeah.
say that the statue at the Penn Museum in Philadelphia was found in Memphis, Tennessee, and they just moved it to the museum. Bro, look
Yeah,
at
it's like
Steve.
they think that Memphis, Tennessee is Memphis, Egypt.
Yes, and I did.
That's
I
fucking
exposed
stupid.
that. I
That's so
exposed it.
stupid.
I got like 7 YouTube videos that I did on my TikTok lives exposing all of that. He about to
It,
become a new meme, bro.
I mean,
I'm
it's crazy how that even needs to be exposed. Just like, do you guys really believe that like Tennessee was ancient Egypt? Like, you can go there, get a
yes,
fucking
they
plane
think
ticket or a
that.
bus ticket, take your ass over there and look. There's no fucking pyramids.
They think, bro. They wholeheartedly think that. They was like they named Memphis, Egypt
After,
after
yeah.
Memphis, Tennessee, and so I pulled up the documentation and told them that Memphis, Tennessee didn't get its name to 1819 because before that it was named Seed, Cede.
Mm. You'd probably
Nope.
say some shit like, oh, that's because they rewrote history, and you think we're in the future, but we're really in the past.
Ah,
But it's not 2022. It's 2022 BC. Like, dude, what the fuck are you smoking,
right.
bro?
Well,
The
what
fuck?
if he said Mount? Let me look into what Mount Nebo is. I ain't never heard of this.
Mm.
This is new.
What about Mount Nebo? What about Mount Nebo, huh? What about Mount Nebo? You can
It's
tell this guy's
Mount Nebo is in Arkansas,
Arkansas, man. Say it right.
right? They get pissed off if you say Arkansas. Let me
Did you
call
hear
it
about the one that says that you can walk to
Oh
Africa
yes, you
through
can
the
go into
Grand
the
Canyon?
Grand Canyon and you can walk into Africa. Oh yes,
So the Atlantic Ocean just does not exist.
right?
Yeah, it's a fucking myth.
They just make up
Where
whatever they
Moses
want.
died. Where'd Moses die? Moses died. I thought Moses died outside of Israel, right? He
Yeah,
wasn't allowed to enter the promised land.
he wasn't allowed to make it to the promised land. What the hell
Hmm,
am I in? Get out of this.
fucking nuts.
I don't want navigation.
So, do you think that Native Americans are Africans or
Do
no?
I think that?
Yeah,
No, not at
good.
all.
Thank God.
So the XX Gully Cat, Arizona is at the bottom of the map. In order for you to walk from the Grand Canyon, you got to go through Utah, Idaho, Montana. And then you got to go through a lot of little states in Canada.
Oh, we got one of them right there in the chat. Yeah, I knew it. I don't know what's up with like suddenly all these Afrocentrics are becoming like they want to
No, they're not.
claim
They're
Native
not. They're
Americans.
not Afrocentrics. They don't think they Africans.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, well, I don't know what to call them then, but like they reject Africa. It's like they'll claim every place on earth. They'll claim China. They'll claim Egypt. They'll claim, which Egypt is a substantiated claim. I give them that, but they'll claim England. They'll claim North and South America. But you tell them, what about Central West Africa? Fuck no, we ain't. Fuck hell no, we ain't that shit. It's like, serious, bro. You're everything but that. So you guys are around the world, but not there. Okay, all right. It's weird.
Bro,
Fucking
I
weird.
just looked up Nebo. It says Nebo is in Arkansas. What are you talking about? Where you get this Utah from? How many followers he got? You only got 300. You ain't.
Full
You
count.
just saying stuff, bro. It's cool. It says Mount Nebo is in
Yeah,
Arkansas.
everything but African. It's crazy. And like I figured what I at first when I first started encountering this shit, I thought, well, maybe it's because the Americas are a prosperous land, and if they're gonna make a claim on a land that should be um like surrendered to them or whatever, it's like they're if they were to get territory, of course you would want it to be the one of the most prosperous countries in the world, but it's only prosperous because it siphons off wealth from the rest of the world. Like specifically, like one of the places that it does it the most to is Africa. Africa has Africa and the Americas, more so Central and South America because North America has been depleted to fuck, just like Europe has. But Central America, South America, and almost the entirety of fucking Africa is completely abundant with like very essential resources for modern industrialization. So if you're going to lay claim on a land and say that this is my ancestral land that I have a right to, why not claim Africa? It's fucking rich.
Bro, they don't want to claim Africa because they don't like Africans.
What did Africans do to them?
They sold them into slavery.
Uh, yeah, that's stupid. Uh,
Yeah, child of the sun. Your boy blocked me, bro. He blocked two of my accounts. Oh,
yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna take my
I
kid to the
thought we
park.
was
I'll talk to
tussling
you
with
later, buddy.
information, right? The earth speaks. I thought we was tussling with information, and instead of us tussling, where'd he go? Hopefully he didn't get banned. Instead of us tussling with information, I guess he got super mad and blocked me, bro. I can't believe it. So my thing is this. Oh, he had to. Okay, that's cool. But this is the thing, right? I thought that if let's say I give out false information, like y'all go look at my TikTok videos. A lot of that stuff's not 100% accurate. Everybody can stand for correction. I tried to be humble and told him, "What up, Drop?" I tried to be humble and I told him, "Hey, bro, the 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 Sphinx that you're talking about, that they found in Memphis, Tennessee, it was found over there in Africa, in Egypt." And I guess he just got upset. And so he started talking trash. So I'm thinking, oh, well, we just going to be talking trash through the information. I mean, I didn't know this man had a personal vendetta against me. I mean, that's cool. We can do that. But if we going to go back and forth with beef, why block me and talk trash? I'm not going to block you and talk trash. I'm just going to talk trash. Y'all know how I do it. I don't run away from the beef. I make I make tacos out of it, and like Nacho Brown Grandes. Y'all can get it how y'all live. I put cheese on the on the beef, put it on a hamburger patty, a bun, and I give it to you with some chips and a cold water a cold glass of beer. So you can just digest it in. You know, it's nothing. I don't have to force feed the beef down your throat. You just gotta accept it when the information come out.
Salsa verde.
Oh,
Sprinkle some
what up,
salsa
man?
verde on that motherfucker. Yeah. See, you know what I think is going on? I think that people got overly excited when they figured out like Okay, well, these religions and stuff that they had us, bound to all of these years, it was just a belief. So I could believe what I want too. So they took it, and instead of going into the lane where you're being responsible and actually being more scientific and honest and truthful, now people are just thinking that they can make up whatever they want. They like, you did it. Well, I could do it too. We can go through portals and change locations and pull the moon all the way to the earth, and the sun is inside the globe and all this crazy shit. They getting out of hand. And at that point, you should have just stayed in church. That was a safer place to stay because now you're miseducating people.
Yep. I don't. I don't know, dude. The godly dude told me that the Earth Speaks told him and the people that follow him not to follow my information because he debunked me. Now, for all the people that follow me, my regulars, when has the Earth Speak got on my platform and debunked me? Or when have I got on his platform and he debunked me? Because I'm trying to figure out if look, this is how I see it. Because y'all know me. Every single live that I do, I try to put it on my YouTube. So if he has the download of me on his platform and he debunked me, tell him to put it out. Make me a TikTok meme. Cause I'm making him one. I got three videos, and I think I got six. I think I got 6 photos of him with false information.
Mm-hmm.
So hey, I mean, if we playing a black game and you beat me up in a debate, which how we have a debate? Because every time you came on my platform, you talk trash about me and Mo, and then everybody gets banned. That's it. When I went to your platform and I started questioning you about information, you went to the Nubis dog, how it came from space, and the reason why it has white stuff on top of its head, because it came from space and it drove a spaceship here. And then you said that the Egyptians meditated, astral projected, and went and measured the density of a star. Are you serious, bro? Nobody knows how much a star weighs because we can't go out and touch it. Because when you get to where the star is, it's gone. The only thing you're seeing from the star is where it blew the fuck up and
Mm-hmm.
imploded on itself, and you're seeing the remnants of the explosion. That is it. He made it seem like you can go to the store and buy those glow in the dark stores, and they went out and measured it. He
That's
doesn't
tough.
understand science.
And what metric system did they use?
Meditation and astral projection.
Is the metric system the same in the astral world, and then it converts from the astral world? Then it got to convert to the metric system they used back then, and then we got to convert it again to the one we used in iniquity and after iniquity. Like, come on, man, what are we talking about? That's insane math.
Gilly, XX Gully. We didn't start this, bro. I didn't start going after him. He came on my platform first, and I thought we would share some good ass information. Then he started saying strange stuff, and then he started talking about us. No matter, not even that. He was talking trash about us in the comments before we let him up, and Mr. Lost Knowledge was talking trash in the comment section. We let both of them up, and then we started building. He started sharing some information that I thought was, I thought the information was like suspect. And then he started saying that we didn't originate in Africa, Egypt over here in America. I was like, whoa, what is he talking about, bro? Like, I used to be Egyptomaniac. What you talking about? You're not going to pull a fast one over my head. I got this. So he was like, oh, y'all don't know what y'all talking about. You guys can't debunk me. I've been debunking you every time you go to my YouTube channel. I'm debunking you. So what you talking about? The nail in the coffin should have been when we was looking at the information of the Penn Museum. And then we had people go to the Penn Museum, and then they saw he was lying about that. And then overkill should have been when he said that the Magi archers that were over in Nubia were Greeks. That's the Greek army. Hold on, my wife calling me. I can't
Boys
see
out of hand.
anything. What up?
Them boys
I
getting out of
can't see
hand.
nothing because the sun in the way. Jesus. Let me see. Hi. Hi, little Ebony. Where y'all going?
Dad, this is what I'm gonna
Go
look
get your
like.
cat. Wow.
Dad, this is what I'm gonna look like.
Lorenzo, I know what you're gonna look like when you grow up. You're gonna look just like your mama.
No,
Fat ass.
like this.
Go on.
For school.
Go on. All right, y'all. Yeah, y'all ain't doing nothing. Well, how am I giving Kanye West? I'm not a Hebrew. I'm not a Jew, so I'm not Kanye. Because I need a haircut. Yeah, I need a haircut. No, that's a lock wrap. All right. No,
Kira, go sit your ass down somewhere.
he got my number. It ain't changed. Yeah.
Sit.
Uh, he
Stay.
be, he be all right.
You too, Nama.
Here's my boy. We ain't got to talk. I got a new boy. All right. Trying to make me rekindle with old people. I used to, I don't need to talk to them. You know how you like, not like disassociate yourself with people, but y'all grow apart. And then when you
Distance.
see
Just
them,
distance
you don't
yourself.
get, huh? Yeah, I didn't distance myself. We just grew apart. And I don't feel like picking up the, whatever you want to call it, a friendship.
Yeah, I
We
mean it
still
don't
friends.
happen intentionally, but it's still you
Yeah,
distance yourself
we don't have nothing
inadvertently.
to talk about. You know, we'll go up for, yeah, they not in it, bro. They not into none of the stuff I'm into at all. This dude, who sent him an invite?
Who that?
Yo, boy, Buck Hollow. Buck about to become a TikTok meme.
Buck, you must have fell asleep listening to A Train's live or some shit.
Nah,
You
A Train
you
don't
fell
like
as,
him.
you fell asleep in the wrong
A
live.
Train was talking mad trash about my boy and got mad because I was defending him. Yeah, like Gully, you must be new here, bro, because the stuff that you saying, we already smashed all that, and I can't come together and build with people who are spreading false information because they think the information that they're spreading is real. And then when you show them the errors of their ways, they straight deny it. And then I try to make it seem like you're wrong. Or they say you can't trust the white man's science or the white man's information when they're using the white man's information to try to prove their point. Bro, you just came up here and tried to tell us to look up some stuff in Utah and some stuff about Moses dying. And where do we think Moses, like, bro, I did look. If you go to my YouTube, you're gonna see where I crushed the soul out of Moses and the Exodus. Matter of fact, me and Mo both loaded up. We got in the car, we hit up Moses in his whole camp. And then we spent the block like 4 or 5 times. Then I dressed up as a police officer. I went back
Right?
to the block.
Yep.
I
We did a
knocked on the
Roman check.
door.
We did a Roman check to make sure there was no more superstition, and we went and blasted that shit again. We went undercover like Paul. Come on, man. We suited up, booted up, and shut that whole operating system down.
Whole operation down, man. You late. You late to the party. Hold on, y'all. I gotta turn this food down.
They be tripping. But I mean, hey, I'm glad they don't give up. But the shit is annoying. I wouldn't tell anybody to give up. But they hanging on the threads. Like I don't, I don't understand. The hell they be thinking they gonna improve.
Sorry, I have to turn this down. Where he
Like this.
go? He's still in here. Yeah, yeah. Child of the Sun, tell him go look at the YouTube channel. He be all right. You get some information. Matter of fact, y'all tell the Earth Speaks to go look at the YouTube channel. I just made that boy a short film.
Mm-hmm.
This shit is getting crazy. It is crazy out there in the street. I didn't know that you hated me like that, so you blocked me. I didn't get no warning. I didn't get no heads up. All I heard was you was telling people that follow you don't come to my channel and get information because I'm spreading lies. When you're spreading nothing but lies. We killed you on the Mayan alphabet and the Egyptian alphabet being similar. We smashed you on that. We smashed you on the so-called, the 15 genome. We killed you on that because all of the genome.
Series. It didn't say strands. It said series. 15 series. They were studying 15 different series of DNA, not 15 strands. It's retarded. They read one sentence. They don't even know. They read a half a sentence and get excited. Oh, I'm going live.
We killed you on the oldest. What he say? The human civilization started in America. We killed you on that. You guys can't even go back to Homo erectus. You got to go to Homo sapiens sapien. I don't even think they got Homo sapien Neanderthalers. I don't even think that's here. Heterobigansis, none of that. So what are you talking about? The oldest tools since human civilization started in America. What you say, bro? Oh, okay. The oldest tools that they find are in Africa, Asia, and Europe. It's not in America. So what you talk about? So now you got to do better. The oldest haplogroup is coming out of Africa. The blood types out of Africa. I don't know what this man is talking about. He's talking about, oh well, the Mayan alphabet. Okay, so we're gonna go to writing system, right? Because I've showed this in my previous. The writing system of the Mayans is what, 900 BC? The Egyptians was already on the scene. Mm-hmm. So are you trying to say that the Mayans are older than the Egyptians and the Mayans' whole civilization is predating the Egyptian civilization is predating the Mayans? And then from the Egyptians you got the Nubians. So what you talking about? And then you can go in the Chad. Then you go down the Nile and you can see the evolution. You can see the evolution of the Nubian / Egyptian / Chadian civilization. So what this man talking about? In order for the Mayans to have went into Africa all the way up until the northeast, until the northeast corner, and now we're the Egyptians. So we passed all of West Africa, the middle of Africa, and we just ended up on the northeast tip. Come on, bro, y'all gotta stop. No, because you didn't clean my living room.
And then they also borrow different aspects of the theories that are from an educated. It's an educated theory, right? So it may not be an absolute fact, but it's going to be hard as shit to go against thousands of years of data. So when you come up against that, you don't get to borrow things from their theory, and then you're choosing which one is right and which one is wrong to build your story. because it's not a theory, it's a damn story. A person who's on the ground doing groundwork can call it a theory because they're educated in that's their expertise, right? So they can say this is a theory. And then somebody else of the same caliber, or at least a student that is trying to be disciplined, they can come back and challenge it using a new method, a better method, or maybe they found something that their teacher or their progenitors missed. But people who just get on a damn internet and just believe shit that they want to believe, you don't get to say, oh, well, what about my theory? Their shit is a theory. No, yours is just a story. It's a belief. It's an attempt to create a fucking cult. Because what you're going to find out as you slowly listen to these people who come up with these alternative uh, stories, not theories, is that eventually they turn into some type of messiah or God or chosen angel
He
or
said he
alien.
was
That's what it all leads to. Just sit there and listen to them long enough and they're going to turn into God. I'm telling you. They're not trying to educate you.
he went live at night. I think like it might have been 2 months ago. It might have been a month and a half ago. This man said he was a Messiah.
See?
He didn't have that many people on his live when he
Look at
said it.
this.
So I don't know if they know, but I'm letting y'all know. If y'all follow the Earth Speaks, that man said he was a Messiah. And then he claimed he
I
don't
know they
believe
know
in God.
better.
And then
Hey,
he started teaching shit out of the Bible. I
hey,
don't
check
understand.
this out.
Go ahead.
Check this out. And look, watch how I connect these dots. Would it be easier for you to how old is your youngest one?
Mine, 7.
7. All right. So she already done had soda, some candy and shit, right? Now go back to when she was probably like 1 or 2. Would it be easier right now to get her off of sugar and noodles or anything you don't want her doing, like on her tablet or phone playing a video game? Would it be easier to get her off that stuff now, or when she was 1, when she didn't have it at all?
When she was 1.
When she was 1, you could just keep her off, or even if she had a little bit of juice, you could just swap that out with water or something that sugar, like some monk fruit sweetener or something like that, right? But right now, niggas are once you get them Starbursts and them dummies, like it's over with. You know what I'm saying? You gonna go back. You gonna you go. We all go back. No matter how healthy we get, we go back for something or we use something to compensate for, right? So now put
He
that
just came in
same
here and said,
formula
can she
into.
get a snack?
See, there you go. Now do the same thing with religion. These people jump off and they like, oh shit, that shit ain't real. I'm about to go do my own thing and walk my own path. And then you got Energy of Atlas and Earth Speaks and Seven and Angel, and they pop up. They standing right there. Hey, how you doing? See, you got out of that church. They got some more dope for you. It's going to be harder for you to kick it. You're going to pick up some more drugs. You thought you left, but you're going to take another hit. So it's harder for you to get out because you have already taken a hit. They got to go through detox. You got to cleanse your mind of this shit because they just keep on calling.
This man said the Egyptians were devils or evil. Wow. That's a new one for me.
Who's that? A Hebrew Israelite?
I don't know what he is. What's his name? NASA 2300.
Mixed with idolatry.
Yeah, but still, like we've been on here this whole time for months, going back and forth, and this man got upset and blocked me. Where do they do that at?
The ancient
But I know what it is,
African.
bro. When you come with credible information that debunks the stuff that he's pulling out, he gets mad and he says, "Oh, he's smart, so he can't have no intelligent people coming after him, so his followers can see that he don't know what he's talking about. So he just removes you permanently, so they can't see your information."
Right. Hey, look, and we want it to be up. We be telling people, look, wait, calm down. Don't say that word. Don't do this. Don't because we're gonna get blocked. Don't play no music. Chill out. What's that in the background? We be trying to make sure we can keep the content. They trying to get rid of it.
Yep.
That means you feel like something went wrong. You couldn't have thought that you won the argument in the comments because you deleting and blocking people. It's gonna get rid of the conversation. We want to
Yep.
show people how the conversation went. We repost it. We screenshot it. We get somebody else to screen record before we figured out how to do it. So what are
I
you
get
hiding?
none of that shit now.
And look, for Nazi, what's his name? Nazi, whatever. Go to them the time period of those polytheistic Africans. Go to that time period, right? Not the Egyptians. Go to the Kemites, go to the African tribes, those polytheistic people, and go find me the word in their language for God. Please do. I want to see I want to see a word for God in their language because they don't have one.
Nope. They had a word and they thought the word meant God was like goot or something. And they said the word is so old and ancient, they don't know what it is.
And it couldn't have been referring to the source of all creation because each one, when you're dealing with African ancient belief systems or mythology or science, they said that that was a mystery. It was the infinite. They called it a pot that could never be full. That was their form of infinity. That's what the source was. The source was a pot that can never be filled up. That's the infinite. That's the source. That's the mystery. It has no name. All those other things weren't God. Truth is not God. Truth is an aspect of our reality that we can't put our hand on. So we made up like a figure to represent truth. That's why we still do it today. I'm the truth. We get on here, I say, look, I'm Mo Fax. I'm not a God. I'm creating a name for what I represent. Y'all know what Mo Fax means. I'm not actually Mo Fax. I have more facts than the average person. So I represent that. I'm not a fact though. It's a title. You see, and they read that we still have those ways because we're part of that line. We come that proves that we come from Africa because we're over here still doing it. In rap, comedians get nicknames, we get nicknames, our elders, our master teachers get nicknames. That's what we do. But that don't mean that these titles are actually beings that exist. But you know what they mean. The Dagger Squad. You get what I'm saying? Like that's what that means. This
Nah,
not a group of gods.
nobody over here is Israelites, bro. Don't say you don't know if we want to subscribe to being African or Israelites. We don't believe in none of that.
The African, African or Israelite. Those are two options to choose from.
Right? A or B.
Hey, bro, you African or Israelite? Well, I hope y'all don't gangbang with that. There's gonna be a lot of people dropping. Two options.
Yeah, he thought to be over there with Buck in a minute. Where Buck go? He ain't put his request in.
He need to. He
Yes,
need to
but
dump that Kool-Aid out first.
okay, just put it by the truck.
You block.
Oh, don't block him,
You
bro.
block.
You block Buck or the Nazis did.
Nah, don't block Buck. We could probably get him back. Buck got hope.
Oh,
Oh, you joking? All right. I'm about to say.
yeah, he called me. I
I
called
wouldn't
him
be
back.
surprised though. I wouldn't be surprised. It's like his finger slipped. My finger slipped.
He'd be all right. Yeah, but Buck's a line, but that don't mean he can't get this work. I don't even want Buck. I want A Train.
Who tricked him?
I don't know, bro. I guess something happened with his pops, and his pops told him he was the one. The last dragon, you possess the power.
He got the glow. That boy got the glow.
We got, we got, go.
The glow.
Yeah, I don't. This is what made me irritated when he said that he believed and he's coming to the faith, and he wants the people who believe to send people his way so they can subscribe, so he can eventually do a subscription only Bible. What do you want to call it? Bible.
Study.
will study, and they start getting mad at that. Y'all believe, so help him. Don't criticize if he wants people to subscribe. Just tell him like, hey, you know, do this during the week, and then on Sunday you can go ahead and have your subscription. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like church. If you don't want us coming in, especially me, because y'all know I'm gonna come in the comments like a dog. Yes, you're gonna have a bump there because you get up by a mosquito. You be all right.
Right. Are we invited? He trying to block us out too?
I don't know. No, he's not trying to block us out. He's trying to convert us. This is what he said, because you wasn't there. He said, you next, and then Kenya, and then me. And I said, bro, that never happened.
That boy drinking. He must have chugged the whole pitcher. Damn.
He said, I can see it. I said, I can't see it, bro. But
He's
my own
snorting
parents,
the Kool-Aid packet. He ain't even drink.
they
He
can't
ain't
get
make
me
the
to step
Kool-Aid.
back. It ain't happening. Yeah. It ain't enough faith and belief in the world to get me to go back. You gotta throw down all the information that you know and just like, oh, the hell with it. I believe. Unless if we're not taking the stories as being factual, and he might got a shot. But if he's saying that all the stuff in the book is factual, yeah, it ain't gonna happen, bro. Yes.
I need to speak to the source. I'm tired of remixes.
Yeah.
He's a DJ. Yeah,
See, I
dropping
fucked up.
mixtapes. I want to speak to the source.
Yeah, I think I fucked up though. I told him to go watch The Last Temptation of Jesus Christ and go to what did I say? Go to 32 minute 32 through 46 or some shit. Fucked up, bro. I should have
He
known
got
something because he
captivated.
never.
He got captivated. He was going.
You all right? You got 30 minutes until you eat.
Right when they first told me, I tried to call his phone. He ain't pick up. It's like this boy
Yeah, I
bugging out.
texted
He
him. He
probably
ain't
don't want to
text
hear
me
us
back.
talking because we gonna talk him out of it.
Yeah, I texted me and text me back. So let me see if I can find it. Yes. Your mama went over to Aunt Ebony's house. You done? Go play. You just being nosy.
Yeah, because he did. If I'm gonna accept their narrative, then that means he abandoned us. Don't come down here talking about something. Hey, you see me? Now you don't. Stay down here with us. We need help. The hell is you doing magic tricks for? I'm dead. Now I'm not. See you later. Nah. The fuck?
Yeah, I can't find it. I thought I put it in the chat.
Peekaboo. Hell no. Because it won't be me. Well, he must have a hell of a story to tell me. I can't wait to hear. Because this
Nah, he
shit
ain't
wicked.
gonna tell you, bro. I
I
doubt
want to
him.
know if he going to drink the blood.
Right?
I'm going to ask him if he's going to drink the blood and eat the flesh.
Look, for all y'all
That
that
boy
don't
J
know,
Rob. Rob need to bring his ass. Share with J Rob,
he
y'all.
ain't in
Go
here.
ahead, my bad.
J Rob ain't in here. He don't want to
Cause
smoke.
he need his ass.
Yeah,
He
he
need
gonna
a good
say
ass whooping. He said, "Ain't
we
really
need to
nothing
let
wrong with
all the
slavery."
prisoners out of prison. Then if slavery shouldn't exist, bro. A lot of those people that are in jail right now for they committed crimes, bro. Slavery, they just enslaved you. There wasn't you didn't have to commit a crime or none of that. That boy, y'all know why he don't show because we crucified him. And that man started talking about the Chinese language and they talking about Jesus. And I'm like, Mo killed him on the language and what he was talking about. And then I heard him with the Chinese people weren't even talking about it, Jesus. They didn't know nothing about it because they were still on that Christian type shit. I said, and that's BC. So I told him, you got to show me Jesus being in BC time. And he tried to go to the Old Testament. I said, no, you cannot use the Old Testament because that's not your book. The Torah is for the Jews, strictly for the Jews. It has nothing to do with the Christians. Y'all piggybacked off the book. That's all y'all did. Why are you still in here? Go on.
Mm.
Get gone because you're just being nosy. That's all you doing, is being a nosy little ass. Go play with your bro.
He was hungry.
Buck said he was in the he was in the
Buck
garden.
said
He
he
was in
was
the
in the
garden.
garden and his stomach started hurting.
He was hungry for knowledge.
That boy was at
He was in
his
the
land.
garden. His stomach started hurting. Then the devil pulled up with the pomegranate and told him to eat from the tree of good and evil, the of knowledge. And he did.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he need to go ahead and download that clip and put it on his YouTube. Yeah, he took that Messiah shit to his head, bro. He on that Messiah diet. Buck Puss and Jay now. Buck Puss and Jay. How's it feel? I'm trying to get this thing to be still. Shit. Nah, he cool. We don't need no intervention. He gonna come up one of these days. We're gonna be on our religious like with all. How do I want to phrase it? We gonna be
You
on
can call it a
our
rampage. You can call it a
we
rampage.
gonna be on a religious crusade, right? We gonna be slaying it. We gonna be going after
Crusade.
Peter, Paul, Luke, Mark, Matthew, all of them, right? And he gonna pull up, and he gonna be on some prayer type stuff, and then we just gonna crucify him. We gonna give him that work. Build Black Wall Street. We can build black just because he believes in something different. I mean, we can't build. That's just a belief system. He be all right
Yeah, he
though.
going.
Yes, that's mamas.
I tell you one thing though, he know he got to come correct why he ain't pull up yet. So he can talk all that shit in the comments, but
You
he
was
know he
just
got to
here.
prepare his shit right before he. I'm talking about on the panel. He get on the panel, it's gonna be different. The sword's gonna be out. He in the comments, he just in the back. He probably prepping
Yeah.
something. He putting something together because Buck ain't stupid.
Nah, he not. Buck is a very young, intelligent, dangerous person.
Word.
I don't mind what he's doing, but if you come with that, but see, if he's just coming with faith, I can't and believe I can't. If he's trying to say all that stuff's real, because that's what A Train did. A Train said he wanted to smoke, and we gave him the smoke, and then he said, "Well, you guys can't attack me on my personal beliefs because I believe of my faith and spirituality." But you said you wanted to smoke. So we hand you a bag full of smoke and you couldn't handle it. And you reverted back to, oh, we talking about you. No, don't do that. Don't come up to the panel and start giving us your belief and telling us we can't smoke you. Then we smoke you and then revert back to y'all personally attacking me. No, we going at your belief because you brought your belief up. I don't go to nobody's panel to talk to them about their belief. No, you tripping today.
Do he think heaven and hell is real? He think people gonna burn in hell and shit?
I don't know. We would have to talk to him. That's all. Tell him to bang my line. 1-800, what's happening?
Mm-hmm.
Why would I not have his picture in the background? He blocked me. If me and you were friends and we were sharing information and we was going back and forth on intellectual type stuff, and you blocked me, I'm gonna put your picture in the background too. What the fuck? I thought this was.
Nobody can get it. Nigga said, I'll
Anybody.
put your shit up there. Keep talking. Buck about to have his shit up there. Keep on playing.
Uh, why would I want? I asked her, did she talk to you? That's it. Why would I want? Wow, God tripping. You don't even talk to me, bro. Every time I enter somebody's live, you say hi to everybody else but me. the this boy, is this my boy? Nah, y'all don't fuck with us no more. It's cool. I ain't tripping. Y'all don't pull up to the lives no more. Antoine don't pull up. Rocky don't pull up.
A little too deep. We hit a vein. We hit one of them veins trying to do surgery. Shit leaking. Y'all be alright.
Right? And that's cool. You ain't gotta argue debate. Y'all don't fuck with us. That's cool.
Yeah, it's never really an argument or well, it's a debate, but it's not really what do you call, like an argument, like in the sense of onyx, like some street shit. It's just people don't know how to see the information. They get offended when they don't have nothing else left. It starts turning personal. We try to stick to the information, but if niggas want to crack jokes and hit niggas with low blows and shit, then we do the same thing. But it's discussion. People do this in
I
universities.
don't mind
Whoever
the
been
low
in college,
ball.
y'all know that people have debates. There's nothing wrong with a debate. That's how a lot of theories come to a strong foundation from people putting up their ideas and information, their data that they gather and share their methods. And then, they stand up against one another and see which one lasts and which one stands. What we do is we turn it into a war. Like, yeah, all right, I'm going to see you tomorrow. No, it should be over with. You didn't prove your point, so the default stands. Or we go into what your new information is and adjustments. Both people can actually be wrong sometimes, and then you just modify it a little bit. But somebody to take the whole cake and transform the whole entire universe. We're not used to baby steps in our community. We're used to holding systems that tell us the entire of the universe. So when you put down the stories that you used to believe, you're trying to pick up something that can stand up to that same story you had before. But the idea that you can understand the entire universe is bullshit. It's baby steps. Nobody want to take that. They're like, that's too much work because I still got to study after that. If I use my belief from my little cult thing I'm creating, I can just tell you my story and that's the end all. But that's not realistic. That's cult material.
Yeah.
Right?
I ain't tripping. I got my day one. My day ones fuck with me. That's all I care
Look,
about.
I'm gonna give y'all an
Once we
example.
start going, go ahead.
Hold on, let me put my earpiece back in.
Cool. I think a couple days ago, where they said that they found some footprints over here that goes before the last ice age. It goes ice age, right? But that don't make sense. That throws the whole timeline off because was no no humans were supposed to be over here with those type of footprints, right? So what they're not saying like, oh, okay, now it changes everything. They're saying we need to keep looking
Yep.
one time this happened, and they were looking at footprints.
23,000.
They didn't know that there was a school in that area practicing putting their fingers in their hands and their feet in molds. So they thought they were looking at fossils from a long time ago, and it was a school that used to be there, and kids were making footprints, and they had this shit being looked at in universities like, oh, this is about to change the whole timeline, and they jumped too fast, and it turned out to be something that was from a school that was abandoned, and they left a whole bunch of projects there that the kids had worked on. So it wasn't an actual human foot inside
Don't.
some damn dirt. So you got to be careful with the information. You take it one step at a time. And they checking on it, and in a couple of months, maybe in the beginning, the middle of next year, they'll tell you what the results were for those feet prints. Now, if they are able to put a method together to show that people were here 10,000 years, 9,000 years before they previously thought, then we got to move from there. But then there's still another problem. Those beings, those footprints are not going to lead to the people who we are today. They're going to be some weird looking creatures, even if they do come to that conclusion. So it still wouldn't mean that your black ass was over here running around in the snow. Stop the cap.
Yep. Yep. Be all right though. Yeah. It's just everybody that I know that's black want to be everything but that.
What what
Yep.
uh, what Professor Larry say? He said only a human would deny themselves of their own identity. An alligator know it's a damn alligator. A crocodile knows it's a crocodile. A bear knows it's a bear. Only the human wants to be everything else other than what the fuck it is. Can't take it. The alligator gonna be an alligator in your house, in the wild, inside of a church, in a museum, and wherever it goes, it's an alligator. We have a 10-minute conversation with somebody on the internet and change our entire identity. And then we change it again in the next couple months. And then we change it again in the next couple months. Like, come on, man. Quit it. What snow? The ice age.
It's cool. Y'all can keep y'all little Aboriginal. I don't care about that. The only person that I go after is the dude up here at the top. And all those people who are saying Egypt in America. And then when Buck get up here and he starts speaking his little Christianity, then I'm gonna have to go at him. Well, we gonna let him get his little religious presentation together, so he can try to talk. Because I'm pretty sure that's what he's doing. He getting his presentation together to come after us. So I'm just gonna freestyle it that day. I'm gonna just freestyle it. I'm not gonna go in my bag. I'm not gonna, put my little stuff together, grab my notes. I'm just gonna wing it and may the best man win. And then if he beat me up on his information while I'm freestyling, DJ drop the beat, then I'm just gonna go live. I'm gonna call him out after I get my presentation together.
All right.
And then I'm gonna smack him around with it. Right. I know it's a lot of people. They get on here, they get a little information, and then they run with it. Then they switch their minds. But just be me. You know what I'm saying? If y'all don't come with me with the stuff, I'm not gonna come to y'all with the stuff. I go to Murph's Live, I go to Buck's Live, I go to Black First Live. Shoot, who else live I go to? And the chick that talk about anthropology and Venice. Whenever he on, I always watch his lives. That's about it. All right. I'll be here. I made hamburger helper. I'm talking to my wife in the chat.
Yeah, people can believe what they want, patience. We don't have a problem with that, but it's when people are trying to educate other people, then you have to be challenged. If it's already known that the body does not produce vitamin C and that we have to take vitamin C 4 to 6 hours a day to make sure we keep our immune system boosted and our magnesium levels don't get depleted and our vitamin D has drivers, right? If we know that, and somebody says, and we don't know it for an absolute fact, right? There could be something that we're missing. That's all. You always keep the door open. That's how you think with a scientific mind. So someone presents the theory that no, we do produce vitamin C. You just have to make sure you eat all your vegetables and exercise 10 times a day and meditate for an hour a day, whatever, and then you can produce vitamin C, right? Like a dog. A dog's liver produces vitamin C on its own. The human body doesn't do that. But if someone comes up with a theory that we can do it, they have to prove it. They have to prove it not enough to make it an absolute fact for everybody. They still have to leave the door open as well. But you have to do enough to disprove that everyone doesn't produce vitamin C because we've already looked at the body and that's how we know how much vitamin C we need daily because it is not produced in the body like a dog. The dog's body produces it. So if you present that, cool. Now, if you want to believe it and you're not trying to teach people that their body produces vitamin C, then just go believe it and don't ever take no vitamin C. Just get the vitamin C that you produce in your body by itself through your belief. That's no problem. But we're not going to teach kids that and other adults who may not be at the same level of reading comprehension because then you could just deceive them because they're depending on you and then they'll stop taking vitamin C and just think that their liver is going to produce it and it was never proven. So you're safer just trying to have that intellectual discussion. If the person can't prove it, then keep taking your vitamin C. Don't just look at a damn video or read an article and then just stop taking vitamin C because you think your liver can produce the shit. You see, this is not about like bothering people. You don't have to go knock on people's doors and invade into their lives and then start arguing with them. If you are presenting something to the public and you're coming up with some new information that changes something that's already established, then it should be challenged. Especially if it's dealing with people's history, their health, the economy. Yeah, we got to talk about that. It's just some people can't handle the conversations. Y'all could look online right now, or if you know anybody in college, ask them about how their debates went. They're not allowed to get personal and shit like we do up here. You have to present your point. You make your stance. You stand on your square. You hold your position. And matter of fact, in school is actually different. They'll make you switch sides. If you're not already graduated and you're a professor or whatever, if you're a professor or you're a teacher or whatever, then they'll make you hold on to your side. If you're a student and you're being taught, they'll make you switch sides and debate the other person from the other side just to show, that humbleness that you're just looking at data and you're presenting it the best way possible. You're not trying to have a bias. They force the student not to have a bias, but to follow the information. But when we get on here, these platforms where they're not organized and people can just say what they want, we drift off from the topics and we go into personal stuff, like people's personal beliefs. We're no longer looking at data. If you don't provide the source in a professional setting, you out of there.
That's what I told y'all. We can take it off the TikTok. We can go put it on the YouTube and have a cordial debate, or we can go into a lecture house, or we can have the debate on whoever's thinking that this Egypt stuff is in America. Present your information, and then we gonna smash it.
Peace, peace. All I'm saying is I understand what you and Mofax saying, but for me, I backed away. Not hard to be on TikTok like that because at the end of the day, we can say and we can give information, we can debunk a lot of things we choose to want to. But at the end of the day, I'm just speculating as well because nobody know the real truth because we all regurgitate what another historian wrote, what they feel like is truth, and what they found. We don't know. So at the end of the day, we can give all these people all this information, like MoFast do, like you, like we all do. I have done it, but people gonna stand their own truth and foundation. So I'm just not going. I'm just not into that anymore because we can say all we want to say, but nobody really don't know the truth. Don't nobody know shit.
No, that's why we're
That's,
following the data.
that's how you see it.
If your bread was missing from your kitchen, patience, and
You
you
can't use
see,
that, Mocha. We know the bread gonna be goddamn gone.
yeah, so if it was missing from the kitchen and you see crumbs on the floor to your doorway and it leads out the door and it goes to the left down the street and you following those breadcrumbs, and your daughter or your son or your husband or your friend, somebody comes up to you like, no, he went that way. It's a fact. And you like, nah, it's a fact that these crumbs are going this way. But I'm not saying it's a fact that the person actually did go this way. I'm following the data. So you're not saying that it's an absolute fact that the person who stole the bread went this way in this direction out the door to the left. You're saying that since the bread is missing, the bag's on the floor, and there's crumbs, you're going to follow the crumbs. That's it. The other person could be right. Maybe the person stood in the front yard and took the crumbs and threw it to the left and
I
then
don't
ran the
know.
other way.
I don't know. I sweep crumbs up when I see it on the floor, so I just sweep it up, throw it away. So
So you get my do
I
you
don't
understand my
know.
point?
I understand what you're saying. How they
Yeah, if
leave
you get
certain
my
things
point.
out there with people, what the people research, like they leave stuff where you can look into. But at the end of the day, some things can be a trapment. Some things can be, oh,
That's what
let's
I'm
leave this
saying.
and see if it goes. So I
That's
don't
what I'm
really try to
saying.
switch shit up.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's possible that someone could have walked out the door and said, look, they're going to follow me because I got so much crumbs. I'm going to take these crumbs and throw it to the left and make patients walk out the door the wrong way. And then I'm going to go the other direction. So maybe the other
No, the
person
hell
who
you
was,
not. I'm gonna throw that bitch right
he was
back at
correct.
you. No, but I
It's just an
understand what you're
example. It's
saying.
an example because
But
they see them.
I understand what you're saying. But at the end of the day, you
I'm not
gonna
even
stay in your
finished.
truth.
Like y'all don't. This is how it happens. You're not even letting me finish the example. You keep saying something
I
else.
hear
I'm trying
your
to get to
example
a
because
point.
you
You
using
got let me
bread as a
reach the
loaf.
point.
Go ahead, Mo.
Yeah, so you go to the left because you're following the data. Here are the crumbs. I'm following it. You keep in mind that the other person can be correct. But for now, since this is the data, I'm going to follow the crumbs. And that those crumbs could possibly lead you to a cliff. And you looking like, ain't no way in this world this person grabbed these crumbs or grabbed this bread and then went to this cliff and then jumped off. It's impossible, right? So then you double back and you go, you know what? They probably set me up. It's a trick. But you got to follow the data until it ends. You'll be a fool to not follow the breadcrumbs. That's all
I
I'm
I
saying.
I understand the overstand what you're saying, Mo. But all I'm saying is when it comes to what you feel is truth and what you feel in you that's right, that's your stance. Just like Susan, just like me, just like anybody else
I don't
in
do.
here.
I don't. I'm not going off what I feel is right. I'm going off what we can prove. And it don't matter
I'm
how many
saying,
times I
but
say
all
that.
these
It's like
things that
I just go, oh, well, that person's gonna say this. This person's gonna say that, and that's your own opinions. They could be right. They could be, no,
I
I'm
get
not.
what
I
you're
don't do that.
saying.
I'm
I
going
get
off
what
what
you're
we can
saying.
prove. If we
I get
cannot
what you're
prove it, you
saying.
can't say, oh, it could be right, but we don't know. No, we do know because we can't prove it right now. So it's
I get
not
what
right
Exactly.
you're
at this
saying.
moment.
I get what you're saying, but everything that y'all bring up and show is still someone else thought. It's still someone else speculations. It's still someone else
You,
perspective, even
it's
if it's historic. So
it's
we don't know if it's
scientists,
true.
it's scientists that are in the field of the study that are presenting the information. It's more than one person. Just like if nobody challenged the Earth Speak when he said that the Nubian image that he showed was creeks, people would believe it, right?
I mean, people gonna believe anything. Just like that's why I'm saying when like this been going on for a long
Hey, bro,
time.
who muted
Uh
me?
Yeah,
oh
why y'all
shit.
mute him? He good.
This what been going on ever since a lot of people have not been saying that they're not
Okay,
from
so
African
this is what I'm
holiday. This
saying. So
but nobody knows.
go
Why does it
after
matter?
them. Go after them and tell them that. Because it
Go
seems
after
like when we
who?
get up here, we before we me and Buck started going after the new age spirituality, nobody was up here talking about, oh well, we all just let bygones be God, bygones, let everybody believe what they want. Before that, it was, oh, let's go after
I
him,
saw all of that.
and him. When we
I
started
saw
attacking
all of
John
that.
Jamal and his information and the new age spiritualist people, that's when everybody wants to be kumbaya and get along. But before that, it was let's take off their heads.
I mean, I mean, I saw all of that, but I'm my own. I don't follow nobody. I don't game with nobody. I don't have pits on this. I stand on my own. So I don't be caring about none of that. I saw that whole lot.
Yeah, and
I
that's
don't
why
care for that.
if you got on your live patients and said, yeah, and if anybody want to get up here, they can come up here. You don't do that. So that's why we don't pull up over there. Drops don't do that either. A-Train does it, and they can come over here if they want to. So we pull up. Whoever
Yeah.
wants the challenge, we're taking a challenge. We don't just attack people who ain't involved in a debate.
But why y'all got a challenge? You just let people be.
If they ask for it. Other
See,
than that,
that's
we
what
just sit
I'm
here
saying.
and talk.
Why do
We
we have
talk.
to let people be now?
No,
Because you
I'm
want us
not.
to let
No,
them
Sue,
be.
Sue, and I'm not
You
just
used to
talking to
be
you
patient.
directly.
You used to be up here attacking the same people we
And you
attack.
and you and you didn't just didn't hear me when I said when I stopped and just deal with myself and realize it. Who am I? I gave that up. Ain't no point in me debating, trying to challenge
Well, I'm not
anybody.
giving it up.
All of
So
that.
if you're trying to convince me to give it up, that ain't
No,
about to
I'm
happen.
not. I'm not trying to tell you what to do. You're a grown ass man.
Mm. Yeah, I think this whole concept of like solipsism, where you only believe in your own perception of reality based on like what you can experience, is like it's like the antithesis to knowledge or wisdom. It's like people who think that way, like, okay, well, if you don't believe this certain thing because you didn't conduct the experiment personally, or you didn't witness it yourself, or a tree fell in the forest and you weren't there to hear it, so it doesn't make a sound. Like, when you go to sleep, does the world stop existing around you? Does it only exist when you perceive it? It's like that. That sort of mindset is incredibly like chauvinistic and narcissistic. Like, how could you think that way? Like, you have to trust to some degree that other people also exist and we're all mutually experiencing this reality.
Oh, I definitely understand that. So I get that. That's why I don't. I gravitated from that. I moved from that. I don't care for what I used to because I it don't matter to me. I mean, we could be on here all day long. We can come with all the hard artifacts, all the historical facts, all of this. But at the end of the day, people gonna still be in their own truth. People still gonna do what they feel is righteous to them. Who am I? I'm over there. I don't care for it. I'm doing
Well,
my
I'm
life what I
not.
used to
that's
do before
fair.
Yeah,
TikTok.
that's
That's fair to an extent, but
we
when
I'm
walk a
someone
not
different
else
over
is
path.
there.
when
I'm
someone
on
else
this
is like
app. And I see people pushing
Just leave my Uncle A
information
Train
that is
alone.
false. If I
yeah.
see people pushing false information,
A-Train asked
I'm
for
not.
the smoke.
But how
Yeah,
do
he
you?
did.
That's
He asked for the
He
smoke on
asked
Buck,
for it.
and we gave him the smoke, and then he started crying.
hold on. What happened in Buck's live? What's wrong with Buck?
You missed it. That's what I'm saying. Ever since we went after the new age spirituality, a lot of people fell off and don't fuck with us. Last week, what was it? It was either Wednesday, it was either Tuesday or Wednesday. When Buck went live, I joined up there. Me and him was talking, and then Nitty and A Train came up there, and then Mo was in the comment section. Saw we was handing out spiritual water, baptizing them and their own beliefs, blessing them because they didn't understand what they was talking about. Then he got up there, and then they wanted to smoke. So we was
So
like, well,
what?
if I want to smoke, that's what A Train said. A Train
So
said he wants to smoke.
what's wrong with Buck?
What you mean? What's wrong with Buck?
What happened to him?
One of y'all got to him. One of y'all spiritual
Who is
people
one
got.
of y'all?
Somebody sold them a Crystal Academy fucking
Somebody got him.
course.
Who? I don't mess with nobody. People got their own stance. Shoot, if Buck did something, hell, that's his movement. Shoot, he created his own reality, right?
No, I'm not. I don't
I
believe you
don't
can
know
create.
about
If
that.
you can create, if you can
Every
create
day,
your own
what
reality,
I'm saying,
majority of
every
us wouldn't
day,
be
like
living where we
Sue,
live.
Sue, every day you choose to want to come up here and want to attack and come with people truth. That's what you choose every day that you want to do when you get up or whatever you do. Everybody choose different things they want to do in their life. I don't
Well,
care
you
anymore.
know, a lot of these TikTokers that do these lives and they're like these new age spiritualists. Every single one of them, right? You ask them straight up. Like they'll usually get to it eventually. They don't always lead with it. Some of them do, but if you ask them, what's your Patreon? What's your PayPal? What's your Cash App? Because they're all selling something. I had this lady try to say that she had an academy, right? And she was going to teach people the truth about the universe and her spiritualism and blah 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 blah. And it's like, I asked her, is it an accredited academy? She's like, no, it's not accredited. And I was like, okay, how do I sign up? Who do I pay? And she's like, oh, I got people that deal with that, and they'll if you want to do payments, you go to them. I was like, okay, so what's their Cash App? And she's like, oh, you could just use my Cash App. And it's like she's like, you're just trying to get people to give you money so that you can uh fucking blurt out a bunch of jibber jabber about crystals and star seeds and
But
bullshit,
see, but
and
that's
so they
what
can
I'm
listen
saying.
to you
I don't.
blab about shit
I,
online.
if
I
that's her
mean, if
job,
that's, I mean,
people,
if
if
that's what
people want
people
to
want to
feel
do,
good,
that's what they want to do.
that's what I'm saying. If people want to feel good and be in that lane of spirituality, that's cool. I have a problem when they come to my page and say it. So
Mm.
now you're on my page saying it. So now, since you're on my page saying it, so now that gives me the right to come at you. Because I'm not going over there to talk to you about stuff that you believe.
Can
You
I say
coming
Yeah,
over
but
here.
these
Go
sort of
ahead.
spiritualist cults that start on the internet, they may start out as just a hustle that some like some sociopath is milking money out of people, but it can later on turn into a fucking dangerous thing. Like a lot of these online cults
Yep.
have literally grown up to hurt people, dude.
so? What I wanted to say is, and I noticed this a long time ago.
One,
It's
two,
a lot of
three,
that
four,
attack
five,
word being
six,
thrown.
seven, eight,
I
nine,
don't
ten.
feel like if we're on somebody's platform, say Suitin,
Here.
for instance, and Suitin is having a discussion or he has a topic up there and somebody chooses to come up there and say, no, this is what it is, and insert their own belief on what his topic is, then, and he corrects them or he disagrees with them, I don't feel like that is an attack. And I
Hmm.
noticed that a lot, even with Noop. He always said, oh, y'all attack me, Noop. How is somebody attacking you when you coming over here on the lives all the time trying to get people to believe like you believe? You know we don't believe it. You know we not with it. You know we disagree. So why keep on coming up there with your beliefs and then saying we attack you or somebody attack you when they don't agree with you? I just don't understand that part. It's crazy because people say, "Oh, he's attacking. Oh, Sutin is attacking," but nobody says Earth Speak is attacking. I feel like Earth Speak is attacking when he's telling us, "Ain't none of y'all from Africa," or he in my inbox talking about, "Sis, guess what? You ain't African." That's an attack to me. So I don't understand, like, why? How is it an attack when people are bringing themselves over here? I
I mean, energy. Then you just recently feel attacked by a student and Buck when they was talking about spirituality. Hold on, let me
We
finish.
know.
Cause you,
See that? You're right. You're right, patience.
but
And
but
she
I'm
got
just
up here
saying.
and
So,
she
but
explained her whole
she can't.
situation.
Okay, but at the end of the day, she still felt attacked. So everybody going whoever felt attacked, they gonna want to join the panel. That's what people gonna do. I watch
Okay, but
y'all whole life, but who I don't
hold on,
care.
patience, energy. When you got up
hold on.
here and
Let
you
me
started
talk.
talking to
I'm gonna
us,
drop real quick. Bring me right back. Wait a
okay,
minute. Bring me right back.
Yeah, I'm
okay,
out of here too, guys. See you later.
all right.
That's why I'm saying some people they if they feel like they under attack, they gonna come up here and defend whatever they feel the truth. I'm not finna do that. You got your perspective and opinions and thoughts just like mine. I'm not finna come up and defend myself. I don't care.
I don't think I remember you ever saying that everybody's not African or everybody's from America.
Who?
Everybody has a chakra system, or you got patience. Patience never
Oh
said
no,
that,
I'm talking
so
about Earth Speaks.
you're
I'm
not part
talking
of that.
about Earth.
Energy, you don't do that either.
Right. I
You don't do that either. You just
don't.
say this is the way I fight.
Right, and
I use spirituality in the fight.
and,
Yeah, so it's not. There's no attack for that. It's just the people who are saying they put a blanket over everything. Like this is their belief is for everybody.
right, and when
Those are the only people that we worried
And
about.
it's crazy because when y'all
Mm.
first came on there and y'all were talking about spirituality and everything, I had to literally fall back for a while. And I had to say, you know what? Let me move, let me remove the ego and my emotions and let me see what they're talking about. And I removed myself for a while and I just would go on everybody's lives and just probably sit in the background just to hear what everybody is saying and everything. And at the end of the day, I came up with the same conclusion. Like this shit is crazy. Like it's true. They are really turning this into a new age religion. And I spoke to a couple of people about that. Like they are really trying to make this into a religion and it has become that. Like that's literally what it has become. So I was like, you know what? I don't feel no type of way because what they're saying is true. And they're not attacking me personally. They're not saying anything to me personally. When I talk to you, Buck, and when I talk to you, Mo, I'm sorry, Sue, and when I talk to you, Mo, and I told y'all, why I believe the way I believe or why I think what I think, there was no attack there. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't telling y'all, oh, you're wrong and this is right and this is what it is and this. I came with some facts. Well, look, I know that nature can help you ensure. I know that nature can help fight your battles depending on what your battle is. And, and just came with some facts. And it was like, okay, cool. And there was no more argument about it. So it was no need for me to feel any type of way when y'all up there talking to other people who are like really saying, "Oh, this is what it is. This is what it is." Like, no, but y'all becoming like the Christians again. Y'all saying, "Oh, this is the facts and that's that," and because they don't believe, then something's wrong with them. And
Right.
no, it don't work like that.
I
Like,
mean, that's, I mean,
fact,
at the end of the day,
That's
energy and
facts.
everybody else, it's their truth. Who the fuck am I to tell somebody their truth is not their truth? I don't
nobody. I
care.
never heard, but I never told nobody their truth wasn't their truth. But it's still only one truth for real, for real. There's one truth.
And
Like
what's
that's what.
that one truth? What
Who
you feel
knows?
like that one truth is?
Who knows what that one truth is?
Exactly.
Like you said, whoever, whatever somebody truth, but that does not mean we cannot present evidence. That does not mean we cannot bring facts on.
And
Okay,
what and what and people can and what people gonna do is every time you bring evidence, people gonna keep on gonna try to bring something to debunk that evidence. It's gonna be a repeated cycle. So
and
it's
that
never gonna be an end
And that's
situation.
and that's
So
what we
I
expect.
don't care
Patience. That's
for
what
it.
we want. That's what we want them to do. We want them to bring the data, show their methodology, and debunk it.
I
So
We
read.
y'all
don't
just want
want
to keep going
personal.
back
We
and
don't
forth.
personal attack. Yes, people have been going back and forth since they were trying to close the cannon.
You had
Y'all
Dr. Ben.
ass something
You had
else.
Dr.
Everybody been going back and forth. How do you think we come
You
to
had Dr.
conclusions?
Penn, you had all of these great scholars who sat on stage with people
Hello.
and went back and forth. That's how you get to the bottom of the information. Like, how are we going to know if everybody is just
What you
accepting
just
somebody?
ordered?
Like, if you never came up with, the whole thing, because I felt some type of way with the whole we ain't African thing. And I'm like, that's bullshit. I know where the fuck my daddy from and I know where I've been. Like, I'm not trying to hear that shit. Like, I didn't argue about it. But when y'all came out and y'all presented those facts, I was like, that's what's up. These brothers did that work. You know what I'm saying? Like they did the footwork and it was what's up. Like I
Well, that's
appreciate all
beautiful.
that.
That's beautiful for you,
I mean,
energy,
you
and
can come up with it,
I'm
bro, but
happy for
if
y'all.
I let you
But
up
at the
here,
end of
bro,
the day,
you can't start
that's for
attacking and
y'all.
talking trash. You just gotta talk respectfully, because then they're gonna start banning everybody. Every time we let you up, you start talking trash, bro. You put your
See,
request
patience,
in
we
out
never really
after we
get
let
into a
you up.
debate. You notice that we
Hmm.
don't really get into a debate besides back when you was a Hebrew Israelite. Other than that, we've never gotten into a debate because you don't present your argument that way. You get on the panel, you talk where you got some input. When it ain't got nothing to do with anything you want to discuss, you back off and you leave it alone. And that's what you got to tell other people to do. They get beside themselves
I can't
and they
tell
and they
people what the damn do. You
because
talking about
well they
grown
gonna
ass
keep
people?
they're gonna keep challenging us, and we're gonna accept the challenge. We're not gonna back down if they challenging us, but we also not gonna go to somebody's inbox and block somebody. We made the rule when we first got up here that we're not blocking anybody unless they got like some racist remarks or they trolling. Other than that, everybody is welcome. We're not going to delete your comments from our videos. We're not going to delete the video. They're deleting videos. They'll block live. They'll get rid of the comment section on the video because they have a motive. We want to be proven wrong because if you prove me wrong, then I'm at the truth again. If my truth wasn't what I thought it was and you correct me, then now I'm in the correct spot.
Exactly. And
That's
I
how
don't
we
have
should be looking at it.
right, and I don't have a
I
problem with
understand.
being corrected. Like I learned a lot. I'm not gonna lie from all of y'all. Like everybody that's on the panel in suiting, I learned a lot from y'all being on this app. So I don't try to. Oh, this is right and this is wrong. I listen to what y'all say. I gather the information and I go look it up myself. And if I come back with the same damn conclusion, then it is what
Right?
I'm not gonna.
Right.
It just is what it is. It's just like the Egypt
Now,
and America stuff.
energy, since you've been following us and we went through the whole thing with the Penn Museum, were we
Mhm.
blind at anything we said?
No, y'all were
There you
not
go.
lying. It was fact. I went to that museum and I talked to that man personally, and it was facts. He told us where it came from. He told us it was African. He told like it was fact. So. That's what I'm saying. Like I don't get in my feelings, or I try not to get in my feelings about, and when y'all first started talking about the spirituality and all that, I'm not gonna lie, I was in my feelings a little bit. Y'all didn't know it because I wasn't on there attacking y'all. All I did was I say, you know what? I'm coming on there and I join in the live. I say my part, Buckle listen, y'all listen, and then that was that. Like I never felt attacked though, because how I'm gonna feel attacked when I'm coming on your platform? If I felt attacked, stay the hell off the platform. Nope, you feel attacked, but you on this bitch all the time. Like how? I don't understand it. You keep coming for the smoke, but you feel attacked. Like, come on, bro, let it go. Stay over there with
Now, new
Angel at
new be
Perth with
playing
them.
half the
Just,
time.
just, just leave
New be
Uncle Noop
playing.
alone.
I
Everybody
ain't
should know
messing with
Uncle
He
Noop.
just be
Like,
playing.
come
I'm just
on,
speaking facts.
energy. At
I'm
first,
not messing with him. I'm
girl,
We
speaking.
don't mess with him unless he say something. If he
he
don't say
don't need to be
nothing, then
saying
there's
nothing
no
about
challenge.
y'all.
All right, well, you got to
Now
show
they
us
be
where we
over there.
attacked him.
They be over there in HA's line, and they be talking about us. They just don't say our name. When I talk about people, I say their name because I
Listen,
don't care.
I done been in even y'all know the woman Messiah, what she is, the she Messiah. I
Yeah, I
didn't
don't
be
Yeah, I
even
know you're talking
follow
about.
her.
I don't
Q.
follow her. I don't follow her, but I've been in a couple of her lives cracking the fuck up. But I be in her live, and I know, and Nuke be in her lives a lot, and he be seeing some side stuff, and I be knowing exactly who he talking about. And like you said, Mo,
I say their name.
I mean,
Everybody.
everybody do that on the
The
daily.
earth speak. Why you block me, bro?
Everybody
We were
throw
sharing
subliminal
information and
messages.
you block me.
Everybody
So
do
what's
all
the
this stuff.
deal?
You can
What's
just
your beef?
choose to pick and choose. You want to entertain the bullshit.
That you got
That's
you
it.
got people that
I
you be
get straight
following
to him.
following you. You told them not to
Mo,
come
shut up.
with
I get
information.
straight to him. Well, before we even start talking about somebody, we say go get them.
Yep.
Share the live, share the live, share the live. We
Well,
don't like
y'all should
talking about
already
people if
know
they
how
not there.
Uncle A Train and Uncle Nitty already is. So y'all, I mean, I met them
No,
when I
we
came
don't
back on
sugarcoat.
TikTok.
If you want to talk about us, say our names. Don't play. Oh, and they this and those people and they be doing this. No, 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 no. Say my name.
Say my name, say my name.
If I got a problem with anybody, I say their name.
I know that's right, and I'm definitely not.
'Cause this is how I personally feel.
That's
I feel like if somebody's calling me out on this app, then that means they can debunk my information. So come up here and debunk my information then. Don't say you debunked
Y'all
me and
just
then
gonna
you
be
ain't got no
going back
receipts.
and
I
forth.
got receipts. I have receipts of me debunking people's information and then I put it on my YouTube. And then I make you a YouTube short. If
but
you ain't got type of information like that on your live, download it and put it on YouTube saying you debunked me or you just capping.
you
The
know
Earth Speak.
the thing about going back and
The Earth
forth.
Speak said he debated me and he debunked me in Mo. So where's the proof? Where's the information at? If you got proof of you debating me and you debunked all our information, put it up on your YouTube. Matter of fact, put it on your TikTok. You got 20-minute TikToks, right? No, bro, it ain't no if I'm not ready. You already told the people that follow you, you debated me and you debunked everything I said. So where's the information at? If you got the live, download the live and put it on your YouTube or on your TikTok. Are you just
Come
lying to
on,
your
Earth Speak.
followers? Oh, you already do that.
I would like
You
to.
already lie to your followers, bro.
I want to see if
It's cool. I got it.
that would be
You
fun.
just capped. I thought we was attacking information, and then when you saw me debunking you, you didn't want your followers to see that you were getting debunked. Like Vanta was debunking you when you brought up that graph, and you didn't know what you was talking about because you don't know nothing about genomes and haplogroups. It's cool, bro. I got it. You're gonna go to Mendel's law. I already know what you're gonna go to, bro. And Mendel's law, and then the Mayan alphabet and the Egyptian alphabet is the same. Stop. I already debunked that.
And
Like
I
you can
got
Y'all,
your
you can try.
sources. I
You can
got your
come up here and
sources.
try. I
All you
already
gotta
asked
do,
you to come up here. You ain't put
all
your
you gotta
request
do,
in.
all he gotta do is get up here, and I'm gonna show him where his sources are coming from. Why he don't want to give us a source? Because I
I
got
know
I
where it's
got your
from.
sources right here waiting with the Egypt in America and the pyramids in Mississippi and all of that stuff. I got it. Queen
Come on.
Tatiana and the payments to the people. If there's this pyramid belongs to the ancient people who were here in America, I got it.
What you want?
It's right here waiting for you.
The
We
You
want the
want this
information.
smoke.
earth smoke? You gonna get it.
Come
You want
Let's
on, bro.
go.
Give me it.
You want this earth smoke? You gonna get it. Let's get
Give
it.
me
What's up?
it.
Because for real, y'all's perspective is so minuscule. It's not even funny. Like, let me get on camera so y'all can see my face.
okay?
You can see me
Ah,
clearly.
Can
You
we
can
get
see
the
me
information
plenty
without the
clearly.
insults and the name calling? Can we just get the information?
So you telling me the Mayans didn't call this land Maya Sealy? Is that what you
did I say that?
forget about? Wait a second. Hold up. Before we, because I'm not going to bring up no human genome project. I ain't going to bring up no Mendel's law. I do that because y'all go by European science. So I just do that just for that. But
Uh-huh.
for argument's sake, I'm not even going to bring none of that up.
Okay.
So, so, so you're telling me these lands wasn't called Maya Sealy?
I didn't say that weren't.
So hold on. So let's be clear then. So if these, so Maya Sealy means the first lands that rose from the bosom of the deep. That means these are the first dry lands before Africa even came out of the water. We're talking about. So how are we from Africa?
Okay.
Explain that to me.
So you're taking the mind
Right.
creation
Exactly.
story. See, look, there we go. It's my turn to talk. You don't want to hear it. So you're taking the Mayan creation story of a late civilization, trying to make it seem like human civilization started in America? Because you do know that the Egyptians were on the scene before the Mayans. Now, let me ask you this. Did the Mayan themselves call themselves Mayans, or did the European give them that name because they didn't know what to call a civilization in the first place?
Mm.
It's the same thing as the Olmecs. Of course, they
Oh,
gave it. Of
it's a
course,
yes,
they
no.
gave them the name. But if
Okay.
you do your research, you'll
Mhm.
still see it doesn't really matter because
Mm.
the word that they call themselves in this land is on every continent. There is no word from other continents on our continent. How don't you get that?
Again, who gave them the name Mayan,
See,
bro?
not no, no. Answer my question, man. That's the whole problem here. You not answering the questions. Now, I know about the Olmecs. The Olmecs is the XI people, the Z people. And if you do more research into the Z people, you'll see that that was a South Asian dynasty at one point. So they named these different people, but they was all the same people. How
Who is
don't you
they?
see it? How
Who is
don't you
they?
see it?
Who
You're
is
gonna
they?
help us see it. You got to
Yo,
tell
if
us
you
who
don't
that
know
is.
who they are, it's you.
That's why I'm asking you because I don't know.
You brought it up. You just said it. Yo, see, this is why I don't be coming in here with doing
No,
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 you
hold
debates
on,
with
wait.
y'all
Stick to it.
because it's
Stick to it
very
though.
easy to school you. Number one.
Stick to what you're
Number one
saying.
is just
Exactly.
too easy. This is like
Right. We trying to be school. We
shooting
trying to be
fish in the
school. So you
barrel.
saying we the Olmecs?
So listen,
We're Olmecian?
The Olmecs, right? They called them. They see, just like Sutton just said, they named these people that. See,
Mm-hmm.
but they name was actually just XI. XI. So if you do more research in which is just the Z people. So if you do more research, you'll see that those people had a dynasty in China. That's why they're
Mhm,
called South Asians, but they
mhm.
really not South Asian. They from here, but they gave them these names. So
What?
so
How so?
right,
Okay,
that's
so wait,
exactly.
no,
See,
no, no, no.
this
So
is
we got to
all
pause
new
right
stuff
there.
to you. You don't
Okay,
know
so hold
nothing
on.
about
No, no,
none of
I
this
got you.
stuff.
I got you. I'm entertaining it. Tell me why.
Don't
So
entertain it. The
you
truth is
said,
the truth. You don't have
okay,
to agree with it.
okay, bro. Just pause for a second. I'm sticking with you. I just don't want you to run past my understanding. Just come
Sure.
back a little bit. And you said the South, the people. Where did you get that they're not from Asia?
Well, see, that's what I'm saying. You can look at the Human Genome Project, and it shows you they're not from Asia because the drop don't happen there. The drop goes from 15 to 12 right here in America. Everywhere else, it goes 15 to 6. So if it don't drop, then they ain't from there.
You cut out. Say that last part again.
So if it doesn't drop like so when I showed the graph of the 15, the 12, the 9, and the 2 6 sequences, the sequence drops in America. It doesn't. It goes from 15 to 12 here. In Asia, it goes from 15 to 6. So you don't see the drop nowhere else. You see it here. So it shows you where they're from. It shows you where they're from, my
Yeah,
brother.
I'm still not getting it.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm
It
saying.
says
That's why
they're
I'm
from
not really
South
supposed to be
Asia,
teaching you nothing, bro.
but they're not.
You part of the pull of the planet. I'm part of the push.
Hello.
Well, if they're not from South Asia, then who's saying that they are?
What's my source? My source, I just
And
broke it
what?
down to you. Literally, I just broke it down to you. All you have to do is go do some real research, and you'll find out that it's the Olmecs actually were the XI people. Also, if you look at the dog, right? The Mayan dog is the dog they use for death, right? It's the same dog as the Anubis, the same dog, and it starts with an XO. It's the same. They kind of kept it for the animal, like the language of it, like what it was called. So look, hey man, the evidence is there, man. All you got to do is know how to get to it. All you got to do
So,
is know how to
so
get
there's
to it.
the two theories I know about is China and Africa,
Right. Well, it
right?
looks
You're
like from
saying that
my
there's a.
research, from
You're
my
saying there's a.
research, Africa is the last place we went to. Africa, we came from here, walked. We walked all the way. We walked from here to Asia, then from Asia to Africa, through Europe into Africa. Because
You said you
I'm
can
looking.
prove that.
Well, I mean, I'm just going by what the pyramids actually look like, and they look a little more perfected. Um, they look like they're the ones here look just crazy old. The ones in Asia look similar, but they not as old looking. They kind of still look almost as old though. But then when you go to Africa, you see the perfection of the pyramid. You see like they limestone, they did the sandstone, then the limestone over top with the gold cap. So it looked like they perfected it in Africa, but it looks like we traveled on foot there. We didn't like when the land started drying up, as it dried up, it looks like Asia came next and then the other continents. But
Okay,
at
so
one point, there was no other continents. There was no other continents. There was, and they talk about stories from when the sun didn't even rise above the horizon yet. We talking about
who said
millions
that?
and millions of years ago.
Okay, this is what I'm saying. So you got evidence of millions of million years ago.
Yeah, there's
You got
definitely
listen, bro.
yes.
You might be right. Everything you're saying, you might be right, but you gotta have evidence to back up your statements.
I provided a lot of different evidence. I just
Millions of years ago?
provided some evidence for you just right then. I just told you they are the XI people, so you can go
Okay,
look
I'm
that
not
up,
saying
man.
And
not
who
saying
else?
anything.
Who else is the XI people?
Well, I mean, I
Are
believe
they the only XI people on
no, the Olmecs,
Asia? Right?
um,
Asia.
Yep.
not just Asia,
Asia has XI people,
Africa
right?
too,
Come on now.
Africa too, Africa too.
What's that chromosome?
But you eliminating Africa, and I'll let you have that because the
I'm
theory
not
for Africa
eliminating
didn't hold
Africa.
up.
I never said
Their
I was
genetics
eliminating
trace back.
Africa. I
Their
eliminated.
their
I
from the
see now you
origin,
getting my
from the
words mixed
origin of
up
the
because I
Olmecs.
never said I
So
was
the Olmecs can
eliminated
be from.
Africa.
So
I said I eliminated Africa from the origin,
that's what I'm
of
talking about.
man. It's impossible. It's impossible. It's impossible. Don't how can't you see that? It doesn't have the water. It doesn't have the plants. It only has 9% of the earth's water. We have 50% of the earth's water. 50%, more than anywhere on the planet. We have more plants than anywhere on the planet. Africa don't have no plants. They got 13 to 16% of their whole continent has the soil to produce plants. And out of those places, only a percentage of them get the rain to support a crop all the way to full maturity. So what are you talking about? How could that be the mother? How?
Okay,
Tell me how.
let's go back to
Are you?
the Olmec origins, right? Because I don't want to go too far off
No,
and go
see, look,
into
see, that's
human.
what I'm saying. We just went into,
Because that's all I'm
wait a
talking about
minute.
is the
Wait
origins
a
of the
minute. Don't
Olmecs.
double talk. That's what I'm saying about you. That's
The
what I'm saying
origin of the
about you.
Olmecs.
I
That's what
just
we're talking
brought
about.
up how it don't have no water and it don't have no
I don't
plants,
say
but you
like
I'm
can
not
call it
dealing with
for
Earth,
that.
you
We're dealing
calling
with
it a
Earth,
mother.
Earth,
And I said, how
Earth.
can
Hold
you do
on,
that?
bro. Listen,
the origin
y'all
of the
were sticking
Olmecs.
to one aspect of a conversation, then you veered
Yo,
over to
whoever's
another
saying I
aspect.
don't run this, all this, I do my own live streams and they do well. I don't need to
Bro, don't
be
worry
here.
about the
So you
comments,
got this
bro.
chopped up.
Bro, don't worry
All
about the
right, all right.
comments.
Let me
Don't even
ask this.
say
Let
it
me
no.
ask this. You looked at the DNA. If you looked at the DNA, I'll concede to that the Olmecs didn't trace back to African DNA, right? But it
They
still
don't.
says that it's New Guinea, Papua New Guinea, and Australia. The indigenous inhabitants of Australia is what they trace back to, and the New Guinea, the Solomon Islands.
It makes sense. It makes sense. It
But
certainly makes
that's
sense.
still a theory. Those are the two theories: that
Now
area
hold
and
on,
then
but
South
that makes
Asia.
sense. It makes a lot of sense. It makes sense. Same thing with what's the name? He's from here too. Mansa Musa. He's from here too. They all from here. All of those lines going trace back to here. We walked all the way to Africa and we started sailing back to the old world. That's what happened, man. That's what happened, man. We trekked this thing on foot, brother. We really did. Like, um, you can say whatever you want to say, but the truth is the truth, and there ain't nobody have to really agree with it. This is what it is, man. Like, I don't. This ain't. I say this with no ego. The origin of life is from Tamari, my friend.
And Tom Mary is where?
Is America, man.
Are you going
Tamari,
off of? Are
Tamari
you
is
going off of?
not the lines that we got today. I ain't talking about the lines we have today. I'm talking about. I'm talking about North and South America and the islands. All of these places was all fertile land. This is all. Why you think they called Costa Rica the rich coast? Why you think they called Puerto Rico the rich port?
Rich port.
Because that's what that means. Puerto Rico means the rich port. Costa Rica means the rich coast. That's what that is. That shows you that they never seen none of these crops before the 1500s. And we've been here for millions of years, my friend.
But that's what I'm
Millions.
saying, bro. You have to be able to prove we've been here for millions of years. Where's the
Brother,
skeleton remains?
listen. The thing is I told you when they found them, that's the problem. See, we following European science. So when people call me pseudoscience, I say, oh, you talking about the science that can't tell you how we built the pyramids. Oh,
But they
so
can
yes,
tell you. When you
I
go
am
to the
pseudo
glyph,
to that
hold
science.
on,
Sure,
Earth.
yes.
When you go to the glyph where Khufu is stating how he built the pyramid, they're showing you on the glyph in the Medu Neter how they did it.
Okay.
They're just telling you
That
the
they don't
majority
believe
of
it.
people who can't read it are saying, "Oh, we don't know how they built the pyramids because they want you to draw in people's attraction of
No,
people
no,
missing."
no, no, no. They did not give them the grand
Right.
unified field
Or the
equation.
people who.
Hold on. No, they didn't give them the grand unified field equation, the mathematics to the flower of life. That's why they don't know how to do that. They don't
Where's the
know the
flower?
grand
Where's the
unified
flower
field
of life,
equation.
bro?
They don't know nothing about it. That's why they made up our mathematics. Our mathematics was made up by them. I'm gonna tell you what I mean. Um,
He
in
gonna look it up.
westernized mathematics, their
How many people are on this
multiplication is,
panel right now?
man, see, let me finish what I was saying. In westernized
Go ahead.
mathematics, right? what they did was is multiplication is supposed to be amplified addition, but it's not really. They made this up. So I'll explain what I mean. 0 plus 1 is 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. But when you get to times table, 0 plus 1 is 0. And 1
Times,
times
yeah.
zero is 0. 1 times 1 is 1. Therein lies the problem because really it's 0 times matter. Zero can never take away matter. And matter times matter can never take away matter again. That's westernized mathematics. And this is where their intelligence stops and minds begin.
Okay, so this is what you're probably missing. 1 times 0. Hold on, my bad.
Is matter times zero. It's nothing times matter. Nothing can never take away matter. Mathematics is supposed to be
It's not.
supportive,
It's
my
not taking it
friend.
away. It's not taking it away. It's telling
How
you
can
that it
matter take
cannot.
away matter, my friend? How
Okay, I
can
got you.
one
You can say it a
piece of
million
matter
times, but you got to let
times
me
another
respond.
piece of matter take away matter? Tell me.
I'm trying to. You just keep telling me the
Okay, so
same
you're
thing
going
over
to
and
tell
over. I'm
me
trying
you're
to
going
tell
to
you.
tell me right now how
Zero.
a piece of matter times another piece of matter can take away a piece of matter. So go ahead. Sure, I want to hear. I'm all ears.
It's nothing. It's representing nothing. Since 0 is nothing,
Is nothing.
it
How can it take away matter?
yes.
That is something. Tell me.
You get nothing. It's nothing. That's why you get nothing.
So what about 1 times 1 then? It's something
Now
times
you have
something.
value. Right. Now
So
that you
okay,
have
something
one,
times
you
something. So
times
how
it
does it
by
take away
one,
matter
and
then?
now you have one.
How does it take away matter? How does matter times matter take away matter, my friend? You're not explaining it.
It doesn't matter because
He
the
did it.
representation is 0.
No, we ain't talking about
It's
zero
zero.
now. We're talking about matter times matter. This is westernized
Hold on. Hey,
mathematics.
hey, Suiton, add me. I got an echo. Add me back.
All right.
Right, exactly. Yeah, let him go into some
Okay,
research.
what is what no what he's explaining to you is that zero is nothing. So it won't produce anything until you get to 1 times 1.
What you don't know is they literally did this for their banking
Okay, wait. Let
system.
me
They
finish.
created this for
Hold
the
on, bro.
banking
Let me
system.
finish before you cut me off. Because the answer is in what you're trying to understand, right? You're
I don't need to
correct. You're
understand.
correct. Okay, bro. Just tone it down a little bit. Come on, bro. If you are saying how does matter cancel out and end up at 0 if it is matter and it has value, you are correct. But what you're not understanding is that the 0 represents nothing. It's no
Exactly.
matter.
So how
There
can
is
it
no
take
matter.
away something? It's not
It's not
negative.
taking it
It's not
away.
negative. So
It's
how
not
can it
taking
take
it
away?
away. It's not taking it away. It's
It's
saying
matter there. There's matter there. How don't you get that? There's matter here. Here's a piece of matter, and there's nothing over here. How does nothing take away a piece of matter? How?
if you got $0 in the bank and I got $1, and you say, hey man, times your shit by my 0, you still gonna have nothing in the bank. I'm always gonna have the dollar. It doesn't mean that it doesn't mean that
Okay,
you
so
get
what
my
about so
dollar.
what
You
about the
still
what
end up
about
at
one times
0.
one then? What about 1 times 1?
One times one. You 1 times 1. If I times my dollar by your dollar, you still have $1. It's just one.
How can matter times matter take away matter? Is what I'm asking you.
You're thinking about matter as in the
No,
ink
because
on the
that's what
piece.
it is. That's the problem. That's why we can't build the pyramids today. See what I'm saying?
We
And you're trying to
can
make
build the
sense out of
pyramid.
it. You're trying to make it make sense to me. Hilarious. Hilarious in my mind. And for the record, these same people who have created these mathematics and gave the Olmecs their name and all of these different things, right? Who can't tell you how the pyramids were built are telling you that smart people are building rockets to go to space.
Hold
But
on.
you're
Look.
you don't even understand the concept of the
Oh
mathematics that you're
my
talking.
God. Oh
African
my
people
God.
African people created
Hilarious.
mathematics.
And this
That's
is this is the science y'all defend. This is the science that you guys go by.
that's a fact,
Hilarious
bro.
to me. Hilarious to me.
But you're not even explaining. If you think that mathematics is wrong, you're not explaining the wrong mathematics correctly. That
What
elides
you
the
mean?
problem.
I just explained how they messed up our mathematics. I just showed you how times table is supposed to be amplified addition. So zero plus one is still matter. Zero plus matter is still matter,
So
and matter
you're
plus
mixing
matter is
you're
still
mixing
two
you're
pieces of
mixing
matter. But when you get the times
science,
table, it's
mathematics,
zero
and physics.
times matter takes away matter. And I told you that's where they just did their own thing. I showed it to you, and you still, I can't help you. There's nothing I can do for you.
Because you're explaining the mathematics incorrectly. The first thing you used was addition. When we put a zero with an addition sign,
Yo, you
you
can't
can
make this
add.
stuff up, guys.
You, I listen to you, so please listen to me. I can add zero plus one and get one because zero is nothing in that term. But when we have to multiply it, it's different because zero is nothing. It's nil. So if you have to add a number to zero, yes, that works.
Cool,
If
man.
you need
Uh,
to multiply it, it does not work because you cannot multiply zero.
Hilarious, man.
I want to reiterate one more time because you keep saying that these white people created math.
I never
Mathematics.
said that. I never said that. I said they went by they created the math that we go by today is what I said. I didn't say they created math. Never said that. If they
So
created math, they would be able to do pyramids, and they cannot do pyramids. They don't even know what
Yeah,
the
they can.
pyramids are for. They just think they're there, and we just made them just to make them.
It was a guy in Florida who built megalithic structures by himself. Like they can redo the stuff.
what?
They show how they moved around these big blocks and stuff using leverage. Like they can duplicate it. But I want to
Well,
get
why ain't
into
they
what you
duplicating it
always
then?
bring up.
So wait a minute, wait a minute. So
Yeah,
what
I
are
got
they
the
for
video on my
then? So why
page.
are
The
they not? Because why? Because you're just
dude
saying
built the
anything right now.
megalithic structure
So let me
out
ask
of
you a
core all
question.
by himself
Why did
with
they
no
make the
help.
pyramids? Why did they make them? Why? To do what?
This proof.
Well, the pyramids are used for different reasons in different locations.
All right, well,
The
give me
pyramids
some.
in Africa were used in order to help people, transverse into the afterlife. The pyramids in America, they were more temples praising their gods.
What?
Yeah,
So you think this is a religion?
I just
no, that's what they used it
so
for. You asked what
They
they
were
used for.
praising their gods.
They were
Listen,
used
brother.
as
We made the
temples.
pyramids to astral project to the star that they're under. Don't you know the pyramids are underneath the star, bro?
Yeah,
Astral
I know
projection.
where they're
So where do
located.
you think astro, the word astro and astral projection comes
Have you
from,
ever
bro?
astro
You think
projected?
you think when you
Where
project
you
around
astro
here,
projecting to?
so you just
so
gonna
this
talk
is what
over me while I'm talking?
Yeah, I was talking.
I
You
just
talked
don't
over me.
understand. I don't understand
This
how
is
this
why I don't
proves
be
that.
coming in your lives, man, because you be having weird people in here.
Nah, you
No,
weird. You blocked me. But I did want to get
Yeah,
No,
into
because
we're just stating
you be
I did
being
want to get
information.
weird
into
and you don't
because
get it.
you
And this is
always
why
bring
this
up
is
Africa.
low vibrational
Let
channel,
me say
man.
what I gotta say. You always bring up Africa, but you always seem to miss that the Sahara Desert
I never
used
bring
to
up
be green.
Africa.
Yeah, because you bring up that it doesn't have any fresh water. It doesn't
That's
have
right.
any. Uh,
That's right.
the Sahara Desert used to be green and had some of the largest lakes, and it had rivers running all through Africa.
Listen, listen. They
Through
ain't never seen a
so
tomato before the
not only that,
1500s, buddy. They never seen a tomato or squash or papayas or wild rice or none of these things before or
do you
vanilla
not
or
know that
chocolate or nothing before
do
the
you not know that the
1500s,
Sahara
homie.
fertilizes
So
the
what don't
Amazon?
you get? What don't you get?
Do you not know that the Sahara
How
Desert
you don't get
fertilizes
that?
the Amazon? Do you not understand that?
You what?
The Sahara Desert fertilizes the Amazon because of the dust storms that get carried over
Man, it
from the
fertilizes the
ocean, dropping
ocean,
down
man.
on
You
the
don't even know
Amazon.
what you're talking about, man.
Yeah, I do.
Oh,
That
It's
wait,
facts.
fertilizes the ocean, man. The minerals, the
Look it
minerals
up.
from
It's like,
Africa
bro,
fertilize the
I got
ocean,
the stuff.
boss.
You can't say you don't know what you're talking about.
You don't know what you're
You've
talking
never
about,
heard
man.
of this, so you just got to
You don't
dismiss
know
it.
what you're talking about. The minerals from Africa fertilize the ocean, homie. Give the ocean its minerals. How you don't know that?
No, I said the
No.
Sahara Desert fertilizes the Amazon by when the
First of
dust
all, my
storms
man,
get
we
carried
made the
over to
Amazon. We
America
created the Amazon. The
using the same
Amazon was
currents
created.
that people use in order to sell
You
over here.
hold on, bro. We created the Amazon. The Amazon is a milpa planting system. We created the forest down there. You ain't know that?
Actually, no. Actually, there's actually a civilization that's in the Amazon, and that it actually got outgrown.
We created the
It
forests, my
wasn't
man.
created. It
We
was actually
created those
tamed.
forests.
It
We
was
made
actually
those
tamed
forests. You
because
don't
of the
know
Native
that?
Americans were
Okay,
very great at agriculture.
Get yourself
I
together,
just
my man.
Well, listen,
I have a
listen.
question. How
It
does this prove?
says to replenish. Go ahead.
You
Yeah,
didn't
the
do
Native
that. That's what I'm
Americans
saying.
did
That's why
that.
I don't
I
like
just
being on somebody else's. That's why I don't like being on somebody else's live because I can't just provide my receipts right here because I have the milk for planting system on how the Mayans and our people created the forest. I have that receipt right here loaded up. I
well,
have the receipt
I just don't understand how any of this information proves that in America that was the first human existence, and I
because
don't.
how
And
you don't get it when I just told you? I just said that this was the first land that came out of it was the first dry land to come out the ocean. How can
if that
anything come from
if
Africa when Africa did not exist yet?
if that is true, you're just
So
talking
that
about.
is true.
Wait, the reason why
No,
you don't
that's
like
not
hearing
true.
other people's lives is because you have to hear other
What?
people's information.
That's a
If that
fact,
is
bruh.
the case, if that is the case, then
Let it
that
talk.
still doesn't prove that humans were here just because the part of the continent was here.
So I guess humans was swimming around Africa. They were swimming, waiting for Africa to come up then.
What?
Because this land was here for millions of years before anything came
Okay,
along.
and again, bro, you keep saying the land was here for millions of years, and
Yes,
we were here for millions of years. So now you
yes,
got to show me the
yes.
bone that proved we were here for millions of years.
Now, oh, you want me to pull up a bone on the live stream, huh?
No, I'm
See, this
asking
is
you
what I'm
where's it
saying. Now
at?
you got to pull up a
Because look,
bone.
when you
Bro,
You
listen,
got to pull a
I can
bone
hold
up.
bring
on,
I can
Vince,
speak on it
hold on.
without even having to
I'm
Because
gonna
pull
tell
it
you
you
what
up.
I'm
and
gonna
Vince,
do.
you
You
and
got
Vince was just
pre-humans.
talking, right? And before I could
Look,
get into
okay,
how the Sahara Desert helps replenish
okay,
the Amazon, I got cut the fuck off. So for all the 81 people that's in the chat, if you go look up, does the Sahara fertilize the Amazon? You're going to see where it says that the Amazon receives help from surprisingly relationship with the Sahara Desert. And you
Yeah,
just
it's a
said no.
connected planet.
You said no to
That's what I
that.
said. And then when you talk about pre-humans, bro, earliest pre-humans are found in Europe, the Mediterranean, and also in
they
North
always say
Africa,
that. Who
Chad.
found them? Who
No, no,
found
no.
these things?
Stop. Let me
Who found
finish.
these
Don't
things?
cut me off. Shut up.
He always
Because
want to
you talking
talk
about we
about.
was
You
swimming.
always want to talk about the same crap every time, man. You are a agent, my
Where
friend.
is your
You
proof? I'm
are an
bringing up
agent,
proof.
brother.
No,
You
wait,
are
I'm bringing
agent.
up
I'm
the
gonna
proof
say it
that
to
you
your
cannot
face. You
bring
are
up.
agent.
You
Hold
just said
on,
you can't
bro.
bring
How
Man,
anything
I
is
up.
he
don't
an
want to be in
agent?
your stream no more, man,
How
because
is
it's
he an
low
agent?
vibrational.
Yeah,
How is he
exactly.
an agent,
Run,
bro?
because
It's
you
low
already know it's
vibrational.
coming.
Ain't nothing to run
You already
from.
know.
You
You
just
already know
don't
it.
get it. You ain't
Why
the
you
one.
locked in?
You ain't the one.
Hold on, Vanna.
It ain't about
Because
being
I
the one.
still
It's about
want
You
being
him
the
to
not the
truth.
show
one to
me.
be teaching nobody none of these things, my man.
I
Oh
still want
yeah, I
you to
can.
show
Hey,
me.
No problem.
hold on,
Nah,
hold on.
bro, you don't
We're
supposed to
Let
on
be
the same
shoot.
teaching
page.
nobody nothing, bro.
Let
I
shooter
want
talk.
to
Let
give
shooter
you a
talk.
job. I want to give you a department head of a mop closet, homeboy.
Earth.
Hey, let
Well,
Can
you
shooter
you
talk
mop
show
real
it.
quick.
me?
Yeah, I'm gonna
Can
use your
you
head.
show me a website where it says that we've been in America for millions of years?
Man, I done already told you, man.
You
I done
never
already
He
told
told you.
me.
can't.
I done dropped plenty receipts. I done told you who the Olmecs is. I done told
Now
you that
hold
they had
on,
a
bro. Hold
dynasty in
on.
Asia. I done told you
The
all of
Olmec
these things. Won't you just go
civilization is
look?
not older
Won't
than
you
the
just go
Egyptian
look?
civilization,
I
and they're
talked
not
about
Hey,
older than the Nubians.
the God got all the receipts for everything he's saying, man. Y'all just gotta pay
Yeah, I
attention
do
to it.
too. Peru
Now you
has
ain't
the
got no
oldest
receipts, brother.
civilization
You
in
ain't got no
You
America,
receipts,
ain't
but
man.
got
not
none.
Everybody let me
You a
talk.
department. You a
That's
department
the
head of a
internet
Glock
you
fighter
got.
Peru,
somewhere. I don't know
Why
where,
Peru
do
has
but
y'all
the
keep
oldest
somewhere.
talking and I'm
civilization
the
in the
host?
Americas.
Let me get out what I'm saying.
You got the internet.
Nord, let me get it
Fancy.
out. If he has
Nord,
the
Peace,
peace to the
receipts,
God.
God,
then
Nord, man.
tag
Peace
me
to the
in
God,
them
Nord,
Peace,
so
man.
I
God.
can see the
Peace,
receipts
God.
myself. Because y'all keep saying, all y'all say is we got the receipts to prove we were over here for millions of years. And I say, okay, I need bodies. And y'all just say we got the receipts. So show me the receipt then. If you're not showing me the receipt, then you just talking out the side of your mouth.
Exactly. And he
What
cut
you
me
want
off
to do?
when I
You
was
want to
getting
drop down and
into it.
come to my
Like,
live stream? Because I'll
can
show
I
you all
finish
the
what I'm
No,
receipts right
saying?
tag
You
now.
me
have to
in
cut
the
me off when I'm
videos.
Okay,
trying
I
to
can't pull up no receipts right now,
Earth.
obviously, because I'm
Hold on,
on your
Earth.
stream.
Earth.
But I can
Earth.
take you to my
Just
stream
tag
right
me.
now and smack you with every receipt I got.
Listen, hold on.
I
Every
know
time
you
I
don't
come,
want that
Earth,
smoke, though.
you and I both know. Every time I come to your live, you kick me because you can't deal with my information. So tag me in the videos where you find human remains that go back to 100 million years or a million years over here in
And
the
now this is
Americas.
the problem, and herein lies the problem, because when they found those high genome sequences, they buried all that. Just
Oh, so
like when
there's
they
no
found,
receipts then. Got it.
pseudo.
Now you
there's
just said,
other ways to prove it
listen,
besides
hold
bones.
on.
Nah, because you always
You
look.
just said
I
they
got
buried it.
listen. Hold on. I got an
Hold
oracle
on,
bone. I got
bro.
an
I just
oracle
let
bone
you
right in the
talk for
joint.
a hell of a long time.
All right, man. Peace, man. I'm gonna go and get on out of here. Then ain't no need for me to be here.
So I can't talk? You can do all
Now
the
you
talking
go
on
ahead
my
and say what you
live, and
got
I
to say.
can't talk. You serious? Wow. So like I was saying, he said they buried the bones. So since he said they buried the bones, he has to show me the evidence, the articles, the websites where it says they buried the bones. If he's not showing me that, if he's not showing me that they said that they buried the bones or they hid the bones, then he's just making shit up out the side of his ass. This is just
Exactly. Yeah.
facts.
I was trying to get it out. Like I can ramble the stuff out without even bringing anything up on the
He just
page,
wants
man.
to talk. That's
You
all
know,
it
you
is. When I interject, he comes, oh, they did this, they did that. Oh, they don't know how to make the pyramids. And when you go to the Medunet and you look at the cliff where Khufu is showing you how they made it. They're just telling us they don't know how to make it because they want it to continue to be a mystery. But the Egyptians told you how to make it. And he keeps bringing up the Olmec and the Mayan civilization like they're the same people, and they're not. And if the Mayans or the Olmecs created the pyramids, then you have to show me the mathematical conclusions that they use because your writing system only go back to 900 BC. The Egyptians was already on the scene making pyramids before that. So what you talking about? And just because one landmass was here, it was on top of the oceans. One landmass doesn't mean human civilization started there. You have to show me bones, evidence. The oldest evidence that they have over here is 23,000 years. And then they just found a jawbone in Ohio that's taken it to 100,000. And they don't even find Homo erectus over here in the Americas. That's not even Homo sapien neanderthalis or Homo sapien sapien.
Yeah, that's correct.
They
yeah, and then
find
you got the
tools.
oldest
They
DNA
find
tied to the
tools over
Native
here
Americans,
that they
bro.
say date back to Homo erectus, but they can't find Homo erectus over here. So what you talking about, bro? This is what I'm talking about. I come with the information because I showed it on my previous live, which I will be putting on YouTube tomorrow when I get off work, and I'm gonna let y'all see it. Vince has been talking about this for the longest. The oldest civilizations that they find are not over here in the Americas. They're in Africa, Asia, and Europe. So you have to show me the anthropology method that he's using to say that people have been in America for over 100 million years. Where's these bones? If you said that they buried the bones and they're hiding the evidence, you got to show me the articles where it says that they're doing that. If you're not doing that, then you're just doing assumptions. That's all you're doing.
You saying what if they were built over? You can say that about any continent. Right now, that's if, you know what I mean. Let me get into it real quick. Right now,
Well, yeah.
Europe is like the most studied place. Africa, Asia, and America is some of the least studied places. But we going off of the facts. That's what I was gonna bring up was the facts like pre-humans. You find the earliest pre-humans in North Chad, Like I don't have to bring up no pictures or nothing. You have
Yep.
early humans. You have Lucy and Artie. That's found in Africa as well. Like I could just go off the top of the head. You know what I'm saying? Even with atomically modern humans, we getting into once again like Africa again. That's where they find the oldest haplogroups, like haplogroup AOO, the oldest haplogroup, in which is tied to what bro was bringing up: Homo erectus, Homo bodensis, Homo neanderthals. You know, that is found in Africa, Eurasia, which is Europe and Asia. Then you get into our common ancestor in which we all derive from, haplogroup L, coming from our maternal lineage. That is coming from the San people. That's coming from, the South Africans.
Mm.
Connected to them, and also East Africa as well. That's just coming out the top. So I ain't even got to
Yeah.
pull nothing up on my screen to even
With
know
the
that.
sign people, they possess like all the genetics needed, like for like that they possess all the genes that we have that like
Yeah.
have to do with our diversity as humans. They possess all of those genes. The sign people.
Yeah, that.
That's
Yeah,
facts.
he brung up That's why he brung up that graph. That's when he blocked me, when he was bringing up that structural variations, and that's what it was showing, that Africans are the most variant group in that graph, because it had all of the different variations merging through the African group and not through any other group that was on the chart.
And that
And
and that chart that he brought up, it reinforces the out of Africa model. Like that's the thing. I'm trying to understand him really. It's hard to understand him because he doesn't really present his information. But
Nope.
then the information that he used actually is for the out of Africa model. It was talking about how they never changed the fact that they think Africa is the most varied place when it comes to our genetics. It's still that. Nothing has changed on that front. But he used that kind of graft and told a story in front of it that had nothing to do with the graft. So that's what people have to look into, is when people make these claims that go against scientific consensus, go figure out what the consensus is first before you like amen people on here.
yeah, even when he was bringing up America was the first continent to emerge from the water, like Pangea. Like, come on. Like, the continents used to be connected. How could one emerge out of the water before another? Like, that doesn't make any sense. And once again, like bro said, the common census is that it's 250 million years old, but it can be anywhere from 150 to 500 million years old. And that's before us as humans even existed. So what is he talking about as far as, like, every continent emerged at the same time? They are as old as the other continents. No continent is older than the other.
Yeah, and how is he gonna say humans are 100 million years old if the earliest hominin is only like 7 million?
Yeah, that's the only evidence that they have. They haven't found anything older than that.
I think he just got into his head. He got a little above his head trying to talk about genetics, all this other stuff, when for many a times these pseudosciences were only talking about the Mayans and who was here first and stuff like that. But I think he tried to evolve it and make it sound a lot more educated than it is by including genetic studies. But it all of it goes against what he's saying in general.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's why I'm about to say, even bringing up conspiracies, I can bring up. Let me see if I can, because he said this thing wasn't working. Let me see if I can bring up, because they got the footprint that's supposed to be 1 billion years old. That's in Africa. That's, once again, it's just a
See that?
conspiracy. I'm not bringing up anything that's fact. That's just to combat what people are saying. Like, they don't even understand. Yeah, I can't bring it up. It's all good.
It says, although archaeological evidence and remains of pre-human Homo erectus are known from Eurasia, Africa, and Asia, none have been verified in the Americas. Only thing they got a footprint that dates back to 23,000 years, and then they found a jawbone that it could be. So what is he talking about, this million?
None.
Yeah,
They
yeah, it
haven't.
could be
And then
tens of
look, this is what
thousands
I'm
of years
saying.
old, or
If he's saying that they
hundreds of
covered it
thousands of
up,
years old.
they covered up the bones, then he got to bring out articles, stuff like this. This is just straight off Google. But I can go to the website where they go more into depth about this. Let me see if I still got it on my phone.
The geneticist we were listening to today, she mentioned the truth is that there are ghost areas in the genome of the Native American, and so that there could have been early humans here somewhere, but there's no evidence for it. So we don't really have to make up stories for things we don't have evidence for.
Yep.
Yeah, even with the oldest DNA in Americas, it's tied to a Blackfoot Indian in Montana. Like when they be like, "Oh, they hiding the DNA and all this stuff." No, they not hiding anything. It's already been proven. You just don't like what the scientists say. That's why they be like, "Oh, that's wrong. That's incorrect." You know what I mean? Just trying to disprove it by saying it's ran by the white man.
But his information is from the white man too. This is why I don't understand in this like pseudoscience versus information debate, is that the stuff that they're getting is from the white man too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, ancient aliens.
All yeah.
I always
I
say
was just
that.
about to say that. Yeah, I was just about to say that. I was about to say all the pseudoscience, all the conspiracy, and everything is coming from freaking these whites, like the white school of thoughts that were pushing this stuff out in the
Some of
beginning,
them
and then
think
it just
out of the
it's
sun.
being
That's all.
regurgitated.
And
If you guys watched my live last night, majority of the stuff that Earth Speaks talks about is coming from the Theophysite Society, and they didn't like black people. Madame Blavatsky, Ron L. Hubbard, Albert Pike, Aleister Crowley, what's the other dude's name? James Churchward,
Whoa.
and Charles Darwin. You
Nah,
guys
Aleister Crowley,
look
bro,
up
he
the
was
schools of
wicked.
esoteric. That's where they're getting their information from.
He was
and and
wicked.
that's and that's really the white man's information compared to now because science evolves. So now we're getting this information about the human genome from all over the world. Now it's the world getting
Mm-hmm.
involved in this. So their information truly is it's the white man's information from the 1800s, 1900s, and we're using information. If it changes, we use it. Like if it changes and we see that it's okay, we use it. But
Mm-hmm.
they can't do that at all.
Yeah, the Human Genome Project, it
That's
was like
all.
50 plus countries that were involved, like because they have to use all of the ancient DNA from each continent because a lot of those skeletons and skeletal remains and stuff like that are very fragile. So, they can't just, ship it around, especially during, COVID when they were doing, the study. So it's like they had to have a collaborative effort to, break everything down and also use what people already have on hand and what they have found. So it just wasn't a white man. That's just a cop out, for them not to get to the real facts. You know what I mean?
Now look,
The,
he brought up pyramids. I want all of you guys to do your research on these pyramids. When you go into Africa, especially around Nubia, you're going to see the development stages of pyramids. The oldest pyramid that they have is suggested that it's in Niger. It's not in the Americas. Look up Niger Pyramid. They're expecting this pyramid to be older than any pyramid that they found on the planet of the face of the earth. But what the problem is that they're holding it because they don't want people to come in and start excavating and start taking a whole bunch of their stuff. Because they said they got over 30 or 40,000 artifacts in Niger where this so-called pyramid and the Sphinx is. And they don't want excavators to come over there and start taking their stuff and putting it in. You just go look. It's if you guys and the night is a website by the Niger people themselves. They don't want the people that excavate certain stuff to come in and take the artifacts and put them in museums because they know they're not gonna see it no more.
Yeah, that's the
Just look
same
up
thing
artifacts.
China did. China didn't let the Western world come and you know just rape their pyramids and dig up their ancestral bones and stuff like that. Because they got control over their nation. So.
right. They said this ain't the 1800s anymore, guys. We y'all can't just come and bulldoze our stuff no more. And good
Yeah.
for them. But then after we get information about the pyramid, we know it came directly from Niger.
Yeah, but even with that, man, you got like megalithic structures and stuff that's around the world that came before the pyramids. Like some of the oldest, structures found. Like I said, well, if you if you getting into the Adam's calendar, that's said to be 75,000
Hey.
to 300,000 years old. What it do? And then even with Turkey, they have Göbekli Tepe. That's some of the oldest structures in the world, dating back tens of thousands of like 15,000 years old. Like, but I'm glad people ain't trying to claim they from Turkey though. That might be the next step.
But this
No,
is
I've seen it
always
already.
Exactly. It's
I
kind
know
of
I've
he
seen it
come up
already,
here and he
Vanta.
leave. It never fails.
Ah man.
People like, oh, you guys are
I
we
low
saw
was
a
vibration.
dude.
It's like
Phoenicians.
you're
We
not on
was
my
the real
level.
Jews.
I'm like, bro, everything we show you, we pull up the articles. We make TikTok videos about it. You can't be like, oh, I'll show you the evidence and you just talking about it. I need to see the websites where you're getting your information from that say that they're hiding the bones. I'm not gonna take you at word of mouth. We going evidence for evidence. And you want me to keep presenting my evidence, which you refute, but then when it's time for you to show me your evidence, you just word of mouth, take me at my word. No, because you're not doing that with me. I got to give you my
Yeah.
word and pull up articles, like the article that's behind me. And you want me to just take you at your word because your earth speaks. No, I'm not doing that.
So is he doing these studies himself since he's telling us not to trust the white man? Is he
No,
is he conducting these studies himself? Like, come on, man. That just don't make any sense.
he's using
Like,
the white man information himself. Because he was
yeah.
shocked. I told him that the Mayans didn't call themselves Mayans.
Yeah, they didn't.
The European
Yeah,
gave them that name.
Yeah, they
that
don't
was a
even know
good point
simple
you made
things
there.
like that, bro. Yeah, the Mashika.
Isn't it like the same thing with the Blackfoot? They call themselves something different.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah, they call themselves something different.
Yeah, I just brung that up because he is actually tied to, the most ancient people, dating back 17,000 years. Then you got Lucia, once again, Amerindian. That's 11,500 to 12,000 years old, and that's in Brazil. Tying back to the Amerindians, once
No,
again, Native Americans.
Edward, he doesn't say Mayans
So,
descended
like I
from
always tell them, if
Egyptians.
they could find
He
her bone,
said that the Egyptians were the Mayans,
That doesn't even make sense.
and they come from here, Memphis, Tennessee, and the Sphinx. And
Is
energy
he
already
still?
it
debunked that
just
when she
doesn't
went
make
to the
sense.
museum. Not to mention, remember, the Nubian archers, the Magi, he said that those were Greeks. That was the Greek army. But I'm giving false information and I'm low vibration. I was complete humble with the dude. I let him talk, but every time somebody else tried to talk, he kept trying to talk, and then he's getting mad because we're not letting. Bro, so you want to take over the live and not let nobody else talk? We're having a dialect. You present your information, then you stop, then somebody challenges you with the information that you just said. You don't want us to challenge you? Are
I'll
you
turn the heat
serious?
on.
Wait, how would he say those are the Greeks if the Greeks have a well documented history, like especially their
Bro,
army and stuff? How is he,
if you
how is he
go,
gonna
if
say?
you go, if you go to my YouTube, Suit and Here We Go, I made a short. And in the short, he didn't say when I was saving it that the Greeks were the Nubians was the Greeks. But if he ever downloads the live, he said it multiple times, and he'll put the picture up. He's probably over there with the picture up right now, talking about, oh look, this is the Greek army, and they really the Nubians.
He probably don't
But
even know the Nubians and the Romans, like they went to war. The Nubians were just well sought after because they were seen as some of the greatest foot archers ever to live, ever to exist. They had, stopped, the Assyrians. They stopped the Romans. They stopped the Muslim conquest. Like the Nubians, they were bad, bro. Like, a lot of people sought after, them to be in their army.
yeah, IMB, the Earth Speaks doesn't know anything about the Human Genome Project. The Human Genome Project was based out of the Outer Africa theory.
Yeah. Basically proven out of Africa theory.
And they really literally basically proved it. That's why they call it a model, because they did DNA testing on a lot of people, and they found how we left Africa when we were in Africa. So I mean, he would have to have like a big ass study to debunk all the stuff they did.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not saying I'm not saying that he ain't got no good information. What I'm saying, you got to present your information with artifacts, articles. You got to give me a scholar and explorer. Give me somebody that's in the field of excavation, anthropology, something. I just can't take you off your word of mouth. You're not so-called Jesus. People took Jesus at his word when he ain't have nothing to back it up. You
Yeah,
just
that's why I brung up that giant footprint, bro. Like, because if he getting into millions of years, we can get into billions of years in Africa. We speaking on
That's what I'm
things
saying.
that we
Even
just,
if we playing this conspiracy game, he's still gonna get beat on that because
yeah,
everything's tracing back over there to the Eastern civilization.
yep, yes. Well, South Africa, that's in South Africa. That
I
giant
just
footprint.
I don't understand why the people who are saying that we were here first are combining the out of Africa theory. They haven't found like million-year old humanoids on this continent, and they found them over there. This was a long time ago, so the time frames they don't even go together. So I don't even know why they try to debunk out of Africa model and make that about us being here first. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, yeah, because they don't even understand this. That's just speaking on us as a species, Homo sapiens. That's what bro was getting into earlier. Like, you had Homo erectus, then you had the Neanderthals, and then us as, Homo sapiens. And Homo sapiens, that's what I was saying with haplogroup AOO. And which, that's what they use with Albert Perry as well, because his Y chromosome traces back to that haplogroup with other Cameroonians, because they connected him back to Cameroon. And that's the Y lineage that they are connecting him back to, that dates back anywhere from 281,000 to 500,000 years old, getting into the Homo bodensis and Neanderthals and Homo erectus. But Homo erectus is 1 million to 2 million years old. But yeah, but people don't want to listen. They just be like, "Oh, that's the white man science." Well, I can't trust you because I know you can't do the same science that they doing. Like, I know you cannot perform, these same testing methods that they do in these labs and stuff. So how can I just go off your word? We have to use people who are accredited, who've been doing this. Even with the out of Africa and like the recent African origin model, a lot of people, get that understood. That's just speaking on our last successful wave of our common ancestors. They weren't even the oldest Homo sapiens. That's just where our common ancestor come from. Because there were other Homo sapiens and other Homo species on the different continents.
That's point from them is like the white man is mixed with Neanderthal. You really haven't read nothing because we all come from different species of homos. So I don't get that part. I guess it's just they're not interested in looking at that science and they're interested in building a new story. So that's all I could say.
Yeah,
Yeah, yep.
There's Neanderthal DNA that was found
He's
within
still
Africa as
using
well.
Herodotus, bro.
Yeah, it was. It
He's
was
over
found in
there
West
using
Africa.
Herodotus. Talking about Herodotus said the Egyptians said that they come from the lands of the West. He doesn't know what the lands of the West is. You gotta be
Yeah,
kidding me,
the
bro.
land of the West is still referring to Africa.
Man,
They're talking about Niger, Chad. So what is he talking about? He said the Greeks didn't even know nothing about Western civilization. He just makes up stuff. Like I'm not even watching this stuff no more, bro. That's what I'm saying. Tell him all those people who watch him, tell him to set up the debate outside of TikTok where he has to present his evidence. You can't
Also
bring
do it.
Herodotus. You can't bring Herodotus in and say he's talking about He's talking about the Egyptians come from the West, which is America. You got to show me Herodotus saying that they come from America, because
You should
The
do.
West could be anything. The West could be the western part of a city. He reads something, then he tries to manipulate what they're saying so he can be right. I don't do that. I give y'all the straight evidence.
You should do the debate on YouTube live or something like that.
That's what I wanted. But well, from what I hear, he ain't gonna want to accept the debate, because if he brings his information and I bring my information is coming from everybody on the squad. When you see everybody that got the Susu, and then you got Venti, you got Tristan, you got Mo, you got Buck. I'm putting a whole coalition of information together and I'm presenting it. So he has to refute everybody on the squad's information in one presentation. It's just him. He's
He,
not gonna be able
yeah,
to
he
do
got
that.
to prove that Herodotus went to America. Herodotus went to Africa along with other, the great philosophers and stuff like that to learn from Africa, and get the knowledge that Africa had.
The Greeks knew nothing about America.
Yeah, nothing at
Nothing.
all.
Those names that you be seeing over here, Memphis, you be seeing Cairo, Egypt. That stuff came from the people who came over here later on when they went through the phase of Egyptomania, and they start naming these places after the place over there in Africa, because they had Egypto fever. Because at one point, white people thought that the Egyptians were them.
Yeah, they sure did.
One of the leading Egyptologists. He's I want to say he's Arab. He came out and he's on Amazon. He's on Amazon. He got his own documentary. And matter of fact, he was on the History Channel saying it too. And he told everybody that the Egyptians were black and they come from Sudan. And they tried to get rid of his information. And he had other Egyptologists that was backing him up. That's why they couldn't throw away his evidence. He didn't say, he said not all of the Egyptian rulers were black. He said most of them were. And he had other Egyptologists backing him up. So now they
Yeah.
just got to accept it.
Sudan has more pyramids than Egypt, but then
Yep.
that's the same argument they use with America though. But
You got the bent pyramid, you got the step pyramid. You can see in Africa, you guys can see traces of development stages of the pyramid. Now you got to show me that here in America. Where are the traces of development pyramid? You just got pyramids. And when they found the pyramids in America, they were all broken down. They have to reconstruct them. You don't have to go into Giza and reconstruct none of those pyramids. Khufu, Khafre, and Menkaure, you didn't have to reconstruct them. They were buried in sand. You just had to dig them out. All of the pyramids in South America and in South America and Mexico, they had to be reconstructed. Yeah, Sir William Flinders Petrie. I talked about him when he tried to say that they found that Sphinx in Memphis, Tennessee. I had to kill the whole thing on that. It's on the YouTube. And on my YouTube, you don't need to be Patreon or none of that. Just go look. You ain't even got to subscribe. Just go look at the videos. I don't have Patreon on my YouTube at all. Just go look at the video. It suits it, and here we go.
yeah,
We had somebody go to the Penn Museum. She's in the comment. Her name is Energy. She went there. She did a whole live, and she debunked his whole information.
and even when he was talking about the Amazon, that's why I brung up that great civilization that they found with lidar, but it wasn't actually the scientists. The scientists actually took their information from a Native American who already knew about that ancient civilization already being in the Amazon. That's why they knew where to point the lidar, because you know how big the Amazon is, bro. They couldn't just point the lidar anywhere and then just like voila, I found the ancient civilization. And that's what I was saying with Native Americans. they just came up with great architectural. They were just great at what they were doing when it came to agriculture. My bad. You know, like they did all that, and like I said, if it was an African American who would have pointed them to, you know, their civilization in the Amazon, then we could, you know, be onto something. But it was a Native American,
Yep.
someone who like this information was passed down to.
He can be indigenous all he wants. My problem is you're putting out false information. It's cool if he's just talking about himself, but he's trying to speak for every single black person in America, trying to say we not African. And I guarantee if we trace his genetics, he's gonna be on his father's side, he's gonna be E1, B1A. I can guarantee it.
Yeah, it's annoying, bro.
He go, oh, y'all low vibration. You right? I'm low vibration because you saying nonsense and you won't let me talk.
Yeah, he wouldn't let me get out my information, bro. That was like, uh, that's why when we had our little debate, we was just yelling at each other. I like, bro, just chill out. That's why when he came in my live that other day when I was breaking down the structural variance, that's when he blocked me. I was like, I'm gonna let you up, but let me get out the information first, and then you can debate it. He kept coming in and out the live, and then he was lies, and then he ended up blocking me. And I was like, you ready to come up? And he just blocked me. I'm just like, yeah, I mean, you just don't know how to have a debate, and then you just can't dismiss what other people are bringing up just because you don't agree. And like I was saying, like if you want to get into conspiracy stuff, like I can get into that too, like with South Africa and Adam's calendar, that's not really conspiracy, but getting into even with the footprint that they found, and even they found another footprint, two footprints actually. It was a footprint in a huge horse hoof that they found in Kenya. You know what I'm saying? That dates back pretty far as well, in which they call God footprints. But like I said, like that's why people run most of the time. Because if we want to get into science, we can get into the science,
I
and I
don't
can
think he
still tie it
can,
back
bro.
to
That's what I'm
Africa.
saying. We need to take. He can take the litter of the pick. Whoever he want to debate, he say, hey, I want him, her, and we just go off YouTube.
Yeah, I'm
Everybody
down with
put.
that.
We all put money in the pot. The winner takes all. We'll have a tank. The judges. We have the judges. Then we have the people in the back. Y'all, who y'all want, and then we ask the judges who want. So there won't be no bias. But I doubt that he wants to do that because now, remember, he got way more followers than me. So
Yeah,
now
me too.
in the debate, I said it before. In the debate, you got to promote the debate. So the debate can be from 2 weeks to 2 months. So we're gonna be promoting it. So now his followers are gonna be waiting for the debate. So then when they get the live, they get the link to the live stream. They gotta pay for the live stream. And now they're going to see him being able to present his information. Now, he can't just put, oh, this is what Herodotus said. He said that they come from the West. You can't just say that. You got to actually prove evidence where Herodotus is writing that the Egyptians come from America. You can't just say the West because the West could mean anything. You got to say, oh, it said that they come from the West. And the West, Herodotus said it was America out
I
of
was about to
Herodotus'
say,
mouth.
bro, even with Herodotus, he thought that the Eye of the Sahara was Atlantis. Then they don't bring that up. You know what I
Right?
mean? Another conspiracy thing. Like
I
he
was gonna,
thought,
I was gonna use that in the debate.
yeah, they like he
Herodotus,
thought
a
he
lot of
thought
the Greeks
that's
and
where it
Romans believed
was.
in Atlantis. They thought this was a real place, and
Mm-hmm.
they believed in Hercules. They thought Hercules was real. Tell him line it up. That's all he got to do. All he got to do is line it up. We'll do the debate. We tell him you pick who you want, and then be like, okay, well now we finna set it up. If he pick Mo, I feel sorry for him because Mo gonna beat him up intellectually. I'm not gonna beat him up intellectually. I'm gonna give him a little bit of information. Then I'm coming like Sabra Sunseti. I'm on your head.
For
I am
me,
on your head.
I wouldn't really see the point of debating him because his whole thing is debunking consensus without having a different methodology to explain it. So it's going to be you with one
Facts.
methodology, and it's going to be him with it. Just really wouldn't make any sense because even if he has a screen behind him with words, he's going to use that screen that has a different consensus and then start talking about his belief systems. I
Well,
think
then he gonna lose.
he's gonna lose because we know how debate works, but he's not gonna lose because of his popularity.
Even with the doggone tribe, so like you telling me that the doggone tribe astro projected to the star Sirius, and that's why they knew about Sirius C before the Europeans. Like I'm like, that's why I asked them, have you ever astro projected? Like you like you go into other solar systems and star systems and measuring stars yourself, bro.
No, he's just making it up as he goes, but it sounds so good because our community is so we want an origin story and we want to change. A lot of us want to forget about enslavement and things of this nature. Like so it's like a fairy tale. This is from the Moors, it's from the Hebrew Israelites, it's from these people. It's a fairy tale. It gives them power in their
Yeah.
minds, but we actually need power in our movement actually like that's why I do what I do because we actually need to get some stuff done.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, we got we got about 5 more minutes. Then I'm gonna go ahead and end it. They got a they got a juicy live going on. Somebody talking about patience, so I'm gonna watch that shit.
All right. Yeah, because I was about to go live too and finish up my whole little thing. That's why I was about to bring him the whole Namali figures and all that too, because they act like we ain't got those same, oral stories and stuff like that, and of star beings coming down and all that.
Right?
You know what I
That's
mean?
all
Same
throughout
creation
Africa,
stories,
though.
like yeah,
You can
all in
find them
Africa.
stories all throughout Africa. So if that's what I'm saying, he's saying that that's the origin. America is the origin of these stories. Then he out his rabbit ass mind because the African civilizations are smashing American civilizations with no disrespect. We just older. That's how it is. I'm not even saying that the American civilization got their stories from Africa. They probably just
Yeah,
created their own mythology. Like I'm pretty sure the Mayans didn't really believe that they mythology stories were real. It's just stuff that was passed down through the time.
yeah, because yeah, America, Asia, Europe, Africa, they all have their own greatness and their own ancient civilizations that have nothing to do with one another. And we try to make these ties without any kind of evidence at all. Like you can't use conspiracy theory to make these ties. That's why I tell people like you gotta think about it like this. A lot of this stuff can be the same when you talk about frequencies and vibrations. And he says the earth speaks, then you have to understand that the earth is a living organism. So if we all are vibrating and, living in harmony with the earth, then we could be producing the same things because we are one with the earth. So we are producing the same
He trying
things
to be
just like with
pragmatic.
sound.
I'm gonna
And you
give
get
him
the same
more.
shapes.
We
You know
gonna
what I'm
give him
saying? Like
more.
it's simple as that. Or if you want to bring in a creator into the equation, then it could be the creator is giving us these things, but we aren't actually connected ourselves or creators. Once again, or the final thing, we were all connected, but it's like there's multiple possibilities. You just can't pick one and then try to push it on everybody as it is facts when you especially when you speaking from conspiracy.
Yeah. I mean, he came up here and he wasn't giving us no real information. I mean, he did a good job with the little with the crops, but like I said, I never really looked into the crops because that could be a half truth. Now the 13 to 16%, that's facts, but that's just modern time. And we go
Yeah,
back to where
he ain't getting into the past, bro.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. And we go
The
back to
Sahara
when the
used to be
Sahara
green. That's why
was
I always bring
plunched.
that up.
Yeah,
The Sahara used to
he
be
gonna have a
green,
hard
bro.
he gonna have a hard time with that, y'all. And the Sahara, just to let everybody know, the Sahara right now was going back green. That's just like
Like,
that, man. We gonna
and it
get
has some of the largest lakes in the world. That's why I bring that up. Some of the largest lakes. And when you look at the Sahara Desert, you can put the whole United States within the Sahara Desert. So we have civilizations and stuff underneath the Sahara that we haven't even touched it.
now.
So
Remember when Venta brought up, he said that the Sahara Desert helps fertilize the Amazon. He said no. And when I looked
yeah.
it up and I tried to give him the information, he just wanted to refute it. That's why I told y'all go look it up yourself. Just go do a quick Google search. Does the Sahara
Or
Desert?
type it in TikTok. I got
Yeah,
the video on my page, bro. I like Ray gonna tell me no. I got the video on my page, bro.
yeah, man, he not ready. But
All
I'm about to go ahead and get off here, y'all.
But
right,
he's
bro.
wait before you go. He said that we created the Amazon. That guy is off his rockers.
He said, "Who
Mm.
did?"
People.
That came from it being untamed. The Native Americans actually tamed the Amazon. Like they had a whole agricultural system running through the Amazon. That's why I was trying to get him to understand. Like that came from either them abandoning it or climate change or whatever it was. I'm not sure if it happened in the same time period when the Sahara Desert changed from green lush land into a desert.
But
Because like I was saying, that did help in fertilizing. Because the dust gets carried from the same currents and stuff that the Europeans use is the same currents that carries these dust storms all the way from Africa to the Americas, dropping down, the sand dust and fertilizing the Amazon, helping in the
peace,
growth.
everybody. Peace, peace.
All
All
right,
right, y'all.
all right, y'all.